Hi. Hello, hello. Ah, they didn't look that uneven beforehand. I mean, oh god, I said I'd be in character. Hey, hey. How is everyone? Oh, you're listening? Oh god. Yeah, Ray, you're first. You are first. Being in character is a lot harder than I thought. Um, oh god. Kimchi! Kimchi the dog! Hi, Kimchi! Oh my god, Kimchi's adorable. Uh, a hexagon? Wow, you know who doesn't know what a hexagon is? Hajime. Imagine that. Um, Ray, you were first. You were the very first. You even beat the bot. You beat the bot today. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Um, I love him more. Okay, we're off to a great start. Doing some waters. Fantastic. Ventissimo. Um, before we get deep into this, uh, hi, hello. I said I was gonna stream as Chiaki and like completely in character. It's gonna be a lot harder than I thought because I am not mentally prepared for this. But why? But that's kind of what we're doing right now, and we're gonna play some dating sims, or at least one dating sim. So if you have any recommendations, if you have any recommendations, let me know. Let me know. Because my roommate wants me to play Dream Daddy. I get Monster Prom requested a lot. Um, there's also Colonel Sanders. I won't be playing Doki Doki though. Oh, hey, Streamlabs is doing what it's supposed to do. Imagine that. I gotta fix my cord real fast. Okay. The old games from ABC Games? No. That would be funny. That would be funny. Oh my goodness. But I wanted to show off my skirt, guys. It's got a petticoat on. I got a petticoat. It's just so fluffy. Um, but yeah. Yeah, and I guess with that, we're gonna be doing Chiaki stuff. Okay. But it looks like Ray's finally got the waters done, so we're gonna do 3 waters. Ray, what are these waters for? It's so fluffy! Nice and watered. Well watered. Maybe I should have done a little bit more research, but what am I? What am I, a scientist? No, I'm a gamer. I don't do science. Well, not typically. Let's see. Where is it? It's in the store. Good sips. Test waters. Oh, you said that. You said that. Okay, okay. Oh, and Hustle Cat. What is that? Is that what? It's not. No, is it? Not really sure what that game is. Um, but we need to get. I wonder if I can. That's not what I'm pressing. None of these buttons are what I'm pressing. Um, let's get some music. You want some music? A water for science. Thank you, Sprout. Thank you. I guess. There. Now I don't need to do any research because I have science water. It's grape. It doesn't make sense to everyone. I understand. I'm very sorry if you don't get the grape joke. It's very unfortunate for you, but what you gonna do, you know? Alright. We got our stream music playing. No, Sprout, no, not 14 more. Not 14 more. Uh. I don't know how to. Oh, hey, look at that. Look at that. Wow, look at all these things. Look at what I can do. None of this really helps. Yeah, well, Oh my goodness, I was gifted a subscription to Many. That's so exciting. I don't know how to make this go away. I have caused a problem and I don't know how to fix it. I can't. Oh no, not two of you. I can't get to my chat. I can't get my chat back right now. Guys, this is a problem. Oh no. Oh no. It's okay, refresh chat fixed it. Unfortunately, not before apparently 20 guys. Why? Why do you hate me? Why do you hate? I'm not drinking all 26 right now. I only have one. I only have one water bottle. I can reject these? No way. No way. Wait a minute. Okay, there were 20 hours. I was sitting there like, what the heck is going on? I only have one water bottle. I have this, and it's not even full. It's not even full. We're gonna have to get playing before we do all that. How do you... I feel attacked. I feel attacked. Did y'all even say anything about which dating sim you wanted? Nothing, you're back! No, don't listen to Hangry. Don't listen to Hangry. Don't do what she says. Oh my goodness. What is it, Jen? Yeah? Are you disappointed in them too? Yeah? Ginger says she's not excited about the way you guys are treating us right now, okay? I just want to let you know that. Alright. You know, what if we play Colonel Sanders? I love you, Colonel Sanders. What if we did that? These are all just ideas. Because I am... Anyways... Jen! Where'd you go? We went and bought her more toys today, because she might be getting a sibling tomorrow, but she doesn't know that yet. So we bought her more toys. Yeah, I'm not doing all of those hydrates right now. Just to let y'all know. Those are gonna be scattered. They're gonna be scattered throughout the whole thing. No, not a new cat. It's not gonna be a new cat. Not a cat. Also not technically gonna be mine. We don't have a name yet either. There's no name. No, it's not mine. So I can't do that. Yes, dog. No, no, no. Y'all are so sad. Here, you know what? Maybe we will do Dream Daddy. We'll see. We'll see. She's not gonna do that. She is not gonna name the dog Arson. I'm just saying. I can't do that. What? No, guys. Oh my goodness. They're making this really hard. Really hard. Ashes of the world? Oh my goodness. You're crazy. Yeah, we already have Arson the Walrus. Even though his name is not technically Arson, it's Ivan Rasputin. But, you know, Goblin, Cookie. Oh my goodness. Okay, I let her know. That y'all have ideas. That you think. Goblin after Sprout. Wow. Goblin is a really nice way to put it, Sprout. Nice way. They have names. For the dog.
You know, it's extremely unlikely.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I told them. I said.
Just so that they don't have high hopes.
I said she's not really looking for and so we got Arson. Tempest. Cookie.
Okay.
Goblin.
Okay.
Typhoon.
Okay.
Gremlin.
Okay. Oh, that's the list?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, I mean, I will probably call the dog a goblin. That just probably will not be her real name.
And then ashes of the human population. Mugwe? Is there a lot of angry suggestions? Who? How do you spell his name? Who is that? Whomst? I'm not. Guys. The dog is not, no. Hangry, what? Who?
Like, at first I thought you were trying to do Oogway, like the turtle from Kung Fu Panda.
Gizmo. No, if it were one of the Gizmo looking dogs, like a Shih Tzu,
then yeah, but
you think she'd get a Shih Tzu? Come on now. Come on.
Yeah, I was trying to get a apartment.
PogChamp.
PogChamp.
That's interesting.
Are you? Well, I mean, like, I'd never heard that one before, but it's a nice combo.
It's a stream lingo.
Probably a lab mix, if everything goes right.
Everything goes right. I was just talking about the cat and all of her mice. And here we are.
Yeah, your cat is enjoying the mice a lot.
Yeah. It's not, we've been allowed to get one.
It's just been hard because in this state you have to be a certain age to adopt a dog, apparently, which is ridiculous.
Don't get a white crusty dog. She's not getting a white crusty dog. We're not gonna own a white crusty dog. I mean, it's not really a we thing, but... Right? I mean, I got Colonel Sanders too. Colonel Sanders was free. I don't know. I asked what they wanted to, what dating sim they wanted, and they said dog names. So monsters, you're here. Hello, hello. Huskies are very active and vocal, and we live in an apartment. You know. Yes, Colonel Sanders the game. I love you, Colonel Sanders. But we also have Dream Daddy, so you know. We got an anti-husky in the chat, you know. Oh my god, there's something in my eye. But I guess I'll just have to suffer. So, game time? Gameplay time? Husky overrated? Well, I mean, if you say so. If you say so. I think they have really pretty eyes. And I like that they like to talk. I think that's neat. I think it's neat that they have a lot to say. You know? Guys, she already has a dog picked out. The dog is picked out already. It's already been decided. Oh, but while I have you here and you're all well, okay, assuming things go right. Assuming things go right, it's a lab mix. But there's not a name. We don't have it yet. We don't have it. We don't have it, guys. It's not a thing. It's just talking about it. We just talking. Lab, but yours looks like a Weimaraner mix. Is it a lab Weimaraner? Oh my goodness. Not Lemon calling me a hot friend. Stan. But if you want to know what that's all about, we got... I just posted on my Instagram earlier today. And if you want to see that, if you want to see what I posted, you can go check it out here. And if you don't, then I guess you can see some of it kind of sort of on Wednesday whenever we do our Mage stream. Mage stream is a celebration for hitting 150 followers. And you know what? The sooner we hit our 200 follower goal, the sooner we play a scary game. Oh no! Guys, we don't have a picture of the dog polished stone slab. You know what, Muffin? That name wins. I don't have a picture of it. I haven't actually seen him. She's the one who has all the pictures, and I'm just vibing and helping her make bad decisions. So, you know. What can I say? What can I say? I'm a bad influence. A little bit. A little bit of a bad influence. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Continue to be a bad influence, apparently. I mean... Y'all, don't let me forget I have 500 freaking notifications about drinking water that I'm not gonna do right now. I'll do 5. I'll do 5 right now. But only 5. I would chug. However, I only have this much water. Otherwise, I'd just like chug 2 water bottles. But we don't have that luxury now, do we? Now, do we? Is this game downloaded? Can I get a not full screen? No, no. 27 more? No, don't give me more. Don't give me more. I would rather not, drown. That's ideal. That is the best case scenario. I don't drown. But I suppose we will... You want to start with Dream Daddy or I Love You, Colonel Sanders? I know Dream Daddy is a long game, which is why... Oh, hello, hello! Smells ready with a party of 9! Gami Army! Hello, welcome! How have you been? How is... Is it S Mozart? Probably not Smozart. How How was your stream? Thank you so much for the follows, Andrew, yeah, I haven't heard. Is this Mozart? Is this Mozart? And any bees in chat? I love that name. That's great. Y'all are all Togami stands? That's whack. We are, well, I am a Kyoko Mozart. I was close. I personally am a Kyoko stan myself. Wow. Zakaria for the win. Thank you so much for the follow. Stan Junko. Assuming that's what that is. Thank you so much, Psycho Ninja. Wow. Oh my goodness, that is so many follows. No. We like Togami. Mozart was right. Okay. Sweet. You like my overall? I appreciate that. Wait, I didn't even have the basic gamer girl headphones on yet. How can you say you love me if you haven't seen me at my best yet? We're just doing a little bit of a pre-chat before we get into playing some dating sims today, I guess. But what were y'all doing? What were y'all streaming? And how was it? I don't remember how to do this. I don't have. Oh, you just finished Ultra Despair, girls? That's what I would be playing today, but because it's Valentine's Day and Chiaki's birthday, you know, we're mixing things up a little bit. You know, just trying a little bit out. Yeah, I have finished all of them. We've played Trigger Happy Havoc, Killing Harmony, Goodbye Despair. I said them out of order, but who cares? We're actually going back through and playing Trigger Happy Havoc right now because I was trying to upload them to YouTube and I didn't have the chance to do that beforehand. So that's kind of what we're doing on Friday, Saturday, typically, and playing a little bit of Trigger Happy. And I'm sorry, you got me a little flustered, guys. You got me a little flustered. Oh my goodness, you have Monokuma emote. That is amazing. I love that. Sanjunko, you gotta go. Alright, well thank you so much for dropping in on the raid. Thank you for the follow. You haven't played V3 yet? Oh, you're watching. Oh, that's so cool. You're doing it in order? Like in proper order? Oh my goodness. You haven't watched the anime either? That's awesome. That is amazing. I had to, I watched it on my own, and I loved it. Like, I didn't like the second game that much, but I loved the anime, and it made me like the second one so much more. No Monokuma emote, but you got the Dark Deva. Nice, I love that. Stan Gundam. Nice. You love the second game? Love the ton. Oh. You know what? You like them, they're chaotic. My overall favorite character is probably Kyoko, but I mean Chiaki from the second game, and I know, I hear you haven't played it yet, but Maki from the third one, oh my goodness. Yes, Ray, please post a finished one in the Discord. I gotta follow the English VA. I see him on TikTok all the time. I think it's amazing. Yes, Maki. Oh my goodness. I'm IRL. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Whenever we finished up the final game, I had a reward, and they were like, "Let's make Face do a I can't think. I'm really bad at thinking. The Chica dance on TikTok. You know, I was like." So that's what we did at the end of the third game. It was crazy. Toga, hello, how have you been? I haven't seen you in a minute. Oh my god, we're at 20 views. That's crazy. Oh wow, this is awesome. Oh wow, thank you so much for that raid, by the way. That is a great way to start off a stream. For everyone who doesn't know, we're doing a little bit of dating sims today. It's not my normal thing for Sundays. Normally I do a little bit more Danganronpa stuff. But, I mean, I'm Chiaki. It's her birthday. It's also Chihiro's birthday. So, like, Stan Chihiro. What? Yeah. Oh, nice.
So we could possibly.
Yeah. Yeah. Val is currently Val is doing Valentine's Day stuff. Psycho Ninja, your birthday was Makoto's birthday? That is so cool. That is so cool. I'm jealous. None of them share my birthday. It's really sad. I think the closest one is Kaide in the third grade. It's close, but not close enough. Not close enough to be the same day. So guys, do y'all want to play I Love You, Colonel Sanders or Dream Daddy? My birthday is March 21st. Muffin, wait. Muffin, you didn't say that before whenever you were talking about how much you love Kokichi. Y'all have the same birthday? Pies on Discord. Nice. Oh, your closest is Sonia? Oh my goodness. Daddy for just... Oh my god. I'm dead. I'm dead. Your horrible pie making. Ray, I'm sure what matters is that it tastes good. That's the most important thing. I think we're gonna do a little Dream Daddy. Wait. Sorry, I'm getting the game set up. Graphics quality daddiest? Oh my goodness. Absolutely. Tantogami Gundam and Taichi is her. Wait, am I? Wait. It's we try to keep it safe for work. Because I know I've got a couple followers are babies, literal babies. Oh my god, this is overwhelming. There's so much sound going on. Yeah. You have the same birthday as Kurikyo. Nice. And Monsters You Share Birthday was nice from Ultra Despair Girls. Nice. Yeah, today we're doing a dating sim to mesh the two together. Get get a little bit of both. Yeah. I'm finally able to understand what this song is going on. Yeah. So what happened is I've played Doki Doki before, so we're not gonna stream that today. But I just went through and I bought Dream Daddy and I downloaded I Love You, Colonel Sanders, and nobody gave me much of a recommendation. So I got Dream Daddy open. We can play Dream Daddy. Yeah, I was talking about your birthdays. Wait, Ray, is your birthday April 20th? I swear I'm not gonna make the pun. Or not the pun, the joke. Muffin, that's horrible. Muffin, you can't burn the world down. You can't do that. Alright, let's get this going. Which button is this? It's this one. Honestly, the sound, amazing. Thank you so much for the overlay compliment. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We're not burning the world down, you guys. A couple of alternate hit list targets in our art book. Giving Sayaka a sister. Ooh. That's really interesting. No, my brother's birthday is 4/20. That's why I was asking. I've never met someone else that has the same birthday normally because people try to avoid that. Wow. Okay, so the music was kind of a vibe, but now it's kind of a lot. But I guess we'll just start a new game. I don't know very much about this game. I saw Markiplier play it, but only like a little bit. Oh, right. It's also Hitler's birthday. You are right. You have a point there. Oh look, but my brother's pretty cool. He's like 11, you know? Cool kid. It's a cool birthday. God, I don't know about truth or dare in the street. I don't know about all that. Guys, you're snoring. We're snoring. Hangry, what are you just now realizing? That you love Dream Daddy? Yeah? You wanted to be an artist? Ray, you're making me concerned. You're making me very concerned. But rejected. You're not gonna get rejected. It's okay. It's okay. Let's not play Truth or Dare. Let's not play that. Dad. Dad, wake up! Let's pretend to be dead. I let my tongue roll out of my mouth and stop breathing. Amanda shakes me. Come on, Dad. This hasn't worked on me since I was 6. I'm sorry, Amanda. This is the end for me. Dad, I swear to God. Amanda, I bequeath to you all of my earthly possessions. Spread my ashes over my recliner. No, if you can't follow your dreams, keep trying. Don't commit mass genocide. That is bad. No truth or dare. No truth or dare. Stop. Okay, well, your corpse better get to the moving van because it's leaving soon. I finally opened my eyes and sat up. I'm lying in the middle of the living room, spooning a moving box. I yawn and stretch. Oh, morning, Manda Panda. Yikes, dad breath. Go brush your teeth. Well, that's mean. Quality, not quantity. That's right.
Build that dad.
Oh my goodness. Guys, what kind of dad do we want to be? Oh goodness. Mass genocide is not the way. You guys are making me very concerned. What is the difference? Oh, it's the amount of hair? Tiny. Interesting. Oh, we can choose hair or no hair. Is it, the difference in these is... Oh. Oh no, you accidentally pressed, yeah. Sometimes, Streamlabs is very strict about, links and all that. Sometimes it'll, there's just like one dot in one period. It is very irritating. Lumberjack, so hairy lumberjack. Lumberjack or not hairy lumberjack. It is easier to become infamous than famous, but we don't want that. We're aiming for fame. Shoot for fame, baby. Oh, there's a link. Oh, I'm sorry. It's supposed to be fixed so that it won't do that. But thank you for clipping. I appreciate that. We're not gonna play Never Have I Ever. Ooh, Manly Man Jaw. Oh, it actually has names for all of them. Heart Head, Diamond Head. I like Chin Head. Daddy Space? Daddy Space? Shadow? No shadow. Shadow? No shadow. Shadow? I like that. What kind of hair does Daddy Space have? I hate that. This one! I'm joking. You gotta have... You'd have lilac hair? Thick? I don't know how thick I can make them. Oh my goodness. Thick face-wise? Oh my goodness. The receding hairline. Why isn't it scrolling up? Because you have to actually move the bar. Wait. Love the blonde streak? Blonde streak? I kind of like the bun hair. Maybe darker. You like the bun? Okay. Daddy Space should look ethereal, absolutely. He should absolutely look ethereal. We got some pink eyes. I like the horrified eyes. We like the horrified eyes. Nice. Kind of like those. Those aren't bad. But also mood. Oh, but the big shoujo eyes. Oh no. Oh, this is so hard. Sometimes the buttons don't work. Why do I see fire in chat, huh? Why do I see fire? What is all that about? The spacing on the eyes is a little strange. Snake eyes. I kind of like these, but I gotta fix my eyebrows. The eyebrows are too much. Wizard brows, soft brows, slim brows, short brows. I like the S-shaped brows. Brown brows, high art brows, dandy brows, bushy brows, unibrows. Oh, wait, I already did this. Wild brows, wizard brows, straight brows. Let's do S-shaped brows. Starry eyes. You know, y'all are gonna hate me. I haven't watched Haikyuu. Shiny eyes? Shiny eyes? Wait. You don't like my pink eyes? You don't like the pink ones? One characteristic from yourself. I kinda like the shiny. Wait. Big show shiny. Where's? I like these. These are shiny. Look at all the noses. Noses. That looks like my nose a little bit. I liked him with this nose, kinda. I like this nose, and this nose, but this nose is too small for him. I think he needs this nose. This is not the point of the game. Yes. Yes. Queen. Oh my goodness. We love it. Love to see it. Oh my god, the tongue sticking out! Monsters, you gotta go? Okay, guys, let's chill with the fire. I can't read everything if there's fire. I can't see through the fire. I did the tongue out. I am blind. French fork facial hair. It's gotta make it match. I kinda like that. Okay, alright. Well, he's gotta have the hair on the bottom. This one or this one? Full beard or French fork? Kinda like French fork. Kinda like French fork, guys. Gotta say. Might go back. Does he need glasses? No, the glasses take away from his beautiful eyes. Oh, you can't see a lot of those. Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah. We're going for the ears. Okay, alright, clothing. Oh my goodness, I love, Okay, kittens or stars? I like the kittens. I like the kittens. Okay, alright. I think though if he has the kittens, he needs this hair. This facial hair. There isn't an it's fine. You just stop. You just that's good. That's all. I like how it matches. It all kind of matches. I like him. I like him even if you don't. What? Why are you panicking? We're going with this, Daddy.
Name that dad.
Oh, what's our dad's name? I'm panicking too, Muffin. I need to know a name for our dad. Our dad needs a name. Okay, alright. Alright. Space. Space. No, don't do arson. Space arson? Space arson? Joe arson. Arson Joe. Arson Joe. Last name Joe. Because it's different. It keeps saying spicy. But no actual arson, okay? His name is Arson so that we don't have to have any more arson.
Be that dad.
We're gonna be that dad. I think that this is a good name for him. I think he's perfect. Did you fall asleep packing? We're gonna continue to read like Chiaki, or in a high-pitched gamer girl voice, just because we can. I got most of it done, I think. Searching around the room, it looks like I did a pretty good job. Every box is sealed, except for one. Arson likes to grill? Heck yeah. Yes, he does. He does. Wait, straggler. What's in it? Looking into the box, I see a bunch of old photos in little photo albums. Whoa, I haven't seen those in years. I pull out one of the dusty albums from the top of the pile, and we begin looking through it. Not like we have anything better to do, because we're kind of moving. That is the coolest baby I've ever seen. Honestly, though, that would be the best part of being a dad. Dressing up your baby all dumb like that. The only way your father and I... The only way your father and I could get you to stop crying was to put these sunglasses on you. But whenever we tried to take them off, you would start crying again. You spent the first 2 years of your life with sunglasses on. Nice. Halloween when you were maybe 4? No, we don't. We do not do that to children. Oh my god, that dragon costume. Round 3 was Judas. I wish you the best of luck, Ray. You got this. Yes, Arson is gay. You couldn't decide between being a princess or a dragon, so you went with both, Princess Dragon. And you looked absolutely adorable. Why do I remember crying in that dragon costume? You saw yourself in the mirror and realized you were afraid of dragons. Seeing yourself inside the dragon's mouth was a realization of your greatest fear, I think. Right. Yep. Definitely repressed that memory. And this was you in your horse phase. Not a horse girl.
Oh.
Dad. I believe you named that plush horse Sir Horsington the Brave. I don't think that was his. Amanda lunges for the photo, but I quickly snatch it away and hold it above her head with my superior dad arms. You're lesbian. I thought you were American. I'm sorry. I don't even know if you're American. You don't have to tell me if you are or not. It's okay. Nice try, but this is important blackmail for later down the road. Go ahead and try me. I've seen pictures of you and your ska band. Ouch, kid. This Communist Manifesto had a chance back in the day. I look off in the distance and reminisce about that rad horn section. Hey, it's Emma P.
Ugh.
No, Dad, that's Emma R. I didn't meet Emma P until high school. Honey, I promise you wholeheartedly that I will never stop mixing those two up.
Aww.
Dad, Emma R has been my best friend since I was 7. Give it a little bit of effort. Oh, right. Emma P was the other one who fired a flaming tennis ball. Lighter fluid, tennis ball, tennis racket, right? Dad, that was you. Oh. Right. I was a wild child. I was 6 when you did that. Ray, you have to step down. No. Don't. Ray. Okay, Amanda. I wasn't aiming for the police station. It just happened that there was a police station in the vicinity of where I wanted to hit a flaming tennis ball.
Dad.
Yeah, I remember you explaining that to the police.
They didn't believe me either.
Anyway, I gotta show this to Emma R later. She'll get a kick out of it. Yeah, I'm even making pro-arson choices, and y'all are still being like this. Oh my goodness, so mean, so mean.
The first photography award you ever won.
Yeah, and it got us a $20 gift card to make Fridays. And then you got food poisoning from the cheesy tostada blast.
I think you mean food poisoning. You know, with a Z?
Aww.
Dad. Still can't drive past McFriday's without gagging. Still proud of you, though. Amanda reaches deep down into the box and pulls out one last photo.
Huh?
Neither of us say a word. We stare at the photo for a long moment. I finally decide to break the silence. Say we adopted you? It's kind of a funny story. The day we brought you home, we got into a car accident. It wasn't anything big, just a little fender bender in the parking lot, but of course I was freaking out. And the little old lady who crashed into us was freaking out, and I didn't know what to do. No, just drop it. Y'all should just drop it. Everyone should just drop it. But your father? Oh man. Muffin, drop it. No, we're dropping it. He holds my hand and looks at me directly in the eyes, the calmest I've ever seen him. He says, "It's okay. It's all gonna be okay."
Oh.
He was right, you know. I stare at the picture for longer. Maybe too long. I miss him. I can't even imagine what it must be like for Amanda. She pats me on the back.
Come on, Pops. We gotta finish packing. The moving van won't wait forever.
You're right.
Huh.
Oh, we got a super hype car, Muffin. You need to stop. Amanda and I pile into the car and take one last look at the old house. So many memories here. Hard to believe your father and I bought this place almost 20 years ago.
Hey, remember when I shattered the front window playing catch?
You always had very strong arms.
Hey, remember when I shattered the other front window pretending to be a robot who breaks windows?
You were a very imaginative child.
Yeah.
Hey, remember when I broke the back window?
We get it, Amanda. You break stuff.
And there'll be plenty more stuff for me to break in the new place.
Memories to make and stuff to break.
You ready?
We sit in silence for a moment. I watched my daughter grow up in this house. I will forever hold a place in my heart. It will forever hold a place in my heart. But it stings a little bit to leave it behind. I'm ready. The moving van begins to pull away, and I get the car into position to follow it. I watch our house, our old house, disappear into the rearview mirror.
So
what?
So sell me on our cool pad. Guys, I will put chat into emote only mode. Just drop it. Please.
And thank you. And Tane's just us think about something. Let's talk about something else. I clear my throat and I do my best cheesy announcer voice.
Nestled in beautiful scenic downtown Maple Bay, our new house features... Not only are there 2 bedrooms for your sleeping pleasure, but couches and a floor space where you can, yes, catch a wink. What a deal. I mean, what a deal. I mean, if sleep weren't for the weak.
You sleep more than anyone I know.
I admit my faults, Pop. I keep it real.
Anyway, it's also smaller than our last home.
Cozier, one might argue.
Good spin.
I think it's great. Won't we be closer to a lot of cool stuff that we can walk to, so I don't have to waste gas? And I mean, trying to park downtown is, you know.
Amanda, you know you're gonna have to learn how to parallel park at some point, right?
Not gonna happen, Pops.
I think someone needs to do a 3-point turn on their attitude.
I don't know how to do that either. Have you met the neighbors yet?
Not yet, but the neighborhood seems pretty quiet.
So you won't have to chase any rowdy teens off your lawn?
You are the very teen you mock when you say that, honey.
I'm in my last year of high school. I'm practically dust.
Yeah, you're a real
Don't you dare.
senior.
Dad, I know where this is going.
Citizen.
I'm just gonna ignore that. But I won't forget it. So, what's this item number on... So, what's item number 1 on the new houses thing?
Well, first we'll need to forge a path through the solid wall of boxes that's blocking the living room. I still have to install the washer and dryer. We need to go grocery shopping.
Pops, cool your jets. You have to promise me that we're gonna take a break and explore the neighborhood.
Okay, you're right. We'll get some work done and then check the area out. We pull up to the new house and step outside. The lawn is freshly mown and the for sale sign is still in the yard. I know, Sprout. I've known that you're not the baby. You are still a baby. Ray, I'm like the only one old enough. Everyone is children. But guys, please be careful sharing personal information online. It's in the chat rules not to do so. Don't do it. I don't want y'all to get doxxed. We are not allowing doxing. Come on, guys. Hiya! And with a swift kick from Amanda, the for sale sign is no more. Nice form, Sweet Pea.
I got a problem with authority.
I'm so proud.
Oh.
Man, all that karate chopping tuckered me out. I could really go for a sandwich. An ice cream sandwich.
Sweetie. It's 10 a.m. Did you even see all the dogs in the park nearby?
You know it. Thank you for moving us to an area where the dog-to-person ratio is very high.
I only want what's best for you.
I hope you're prepared for the frequency at which I interrupt conversations to yell dog to rocket way up.
I mean, you do that a lot already.
Hey, it's a dog!
Oh.
Wait, false alarm. It was just a funny shaped rock.
If you want to see real dogs so bad, let's go to that park around the corner. You're gonna keep growing. You're gonna keep growing. Amanda and I began to stroll through the neighborhood. I can't believe how beautiful it is outside. Kids are playing in the street, the flowers are in bloom, and the faint smell of a nearby... God, something. This place is nice.
Too nice. I don't trust it.
Good eye, honey. Sprout, being tall doesn't make you not a baby. It doesn't make you not a baby, okay? You can never be too careful. See that baby in the stroller over there? Government operative. I wish it was snowing here. The temperature's gone back up and I think it's gonna start to rain. But I'm glad it's snowing there. I know you probably get snow a lot less than we do up here. We're on to you, baby. We walk for a while and eventually end up at a small park. Toddlers chase each other through the playground and dogs of all shapes and sizes romp through the grass. It's pretty crowded, but Amanda spots a nice empty bench. We start to make our way over to it when... I'm not short, Sprout. I'm not short. I am tall enough. I'm average height. Heads up. Ow! A frisbee suddenly hits me in the face.
Oof.
Oh. A corgi with a neat plaid handkerchief tied around its neck bounds up to me, wagging its tail.
It's Sprout in the baby's carriage. Did you throw this thing in my head? Bark.
He runs around in a circle and nudges my leg with his nose. Oh god, this is the cutest dog! Impart upon me your wisdom, tiny dog.
Woof woof.
Oh god, how did you know?
Woof.
My god, this dog knows more than he lets on.
You definitely could have caught that.
A guy in a Hawaiian shirt jogs over to us and takes a frisbee from me.
You know, frisbees are traditionally caught with your hands, not your face.
Oh. I'll catch it with my teeth next time. You caught me off guard this round. Not again. Not ever again.
Ha! I'm just messing with you. I'm Brian, by the way.
I'm Arson, and this is my daughter, Amanda. We, have matching letters for our names. I look over at Amanda, only to find her sitting on the ground, rubbing the dog's tummy.
Hi. Your dog's cool. Or a sign of it being cold. It could just be cold.
Oh, is the dinner ready?
It is, yeah.
Nice. So you just stir it up, and then yeah.
Ah, well, Maxwell sure loves the attention. It's great to see another father and daughter out here on such a sunny day. So he says, "Where's yours?" Right? I'm in my head whenever he said that, I thought he was asking where his dad was, and not his daughter.
Where's yours? Brian gestures over to a grassy knoll where a young girl sits on a checkered blanket. She's reading a book bigger than her head. She puts it down and heads over to us. Aw, she's adorable.
This is Daisy. She's reading the Brothers Karamazov. Okay. Her teacher tells me that she has the reading comprehension skills of a high schooler.
How old is she?
10. She's a precocious little youngster. Whoa.
My natural dad instinct kicks in. I must brag about my child's accomplishments. Oh no, it's happening.
Go on, Daisy. Tell about yourself. That's my girl.
Amanda, get in there.
Okay. Oh god. Just recent.
Amanda here just recently won a local photography award.
Wow, congratulations.
Brian loses 10 HP.
Daisy actually just won a statewide poetry contest.
A 15!
We'll keep bragging.
Last week, unprompted, Amanda helped an old woman with her grocery bags.
Oh, it's extra powerful. Brian loses 20 HP. Daisy just started a weekly chess club at her elementary school computer lab. She's the president too, of course. Dang. My high school doesn't have a chess club. Or a computer lab.
10, only 10. I only lost 10. Well, I have more HP.
Amanda's...
Amanda's in all honors classes this semester.
Oh, really? I'm actually, talking to Daisy's teachers about having her skip a grade. Even Amanda kind of bristles at that one. Oh, no. Oh, God. I can take one more.
A few months back, Amanda started volunteering at the homeless shelter in our old neighborhood.
Oh. You don't say. She should talk to Daisy. She actually helped organize a food bank here in Maple Bay.
Yeah, Amanda. I'm sure we could find something for you to do.
Oh, no. Uh,
You unfurl your wallet to reveal a tiny copy of a drawing of a cornucopia Amanda did in the first grade.
oh, cute.
It isn't very impressive, but Amanda genuinely appreciates you holding on to it. Oh, I regained 20 HP? Heck yeah.
Daisy sold enough candy bars this year to get to the top prize, a canoe.
We're taking it out next weekend. How is that even possible? Amanda could barely get one of those sticky hand things.
Oh no. Oh no. Let's see if I have another item. My grade card, band-aid.
I pull up a... Fumbling through your phone's browser, you manage to pull up a photo of Amanda winning her class spelling bee.
Wow, congratulations. Congratulations, Amanda. Daisy is getting prepared for her annual spelling bee right now. Hopefully, this will be her 3rd win in a row. Yikes.
You lose 5 HP.
Did I mention Daisy said her first word at 10 months? Daddy.
Amanda's was potty. Still cute, but maybe this isn't the time to bring it up.
Oh, he's really got his feet. Boy, it's been such a treat getting to meet you two.
Did he have to add insult to injury by being such a gracious winner? What a shame.
So I take it you guys are new to the neighborhood?
We just moved in. Do you live around here?
Yeah, we live in the cul-de-sac down next to the coffee shop.
Ah.
What a coincidence! That's where we live too. Small world, yeah. Daisy and I are in that little ranch-style house in the corner.
Thank you.
Don't.
Yes, no weapon.
Yeah.
No, starve.
You said no really loudly. I wasn't sure if you were talking to the stream.
No, I'm talking to them. We don't have Glocks on the stream. No. That's bad.
Okay, I appreciate that you followed through with the fork thing, and you know how much I love forks, but it's soup.
I'm joking, it's fine.
Oh,
No, I'm eating this. See? It's
fine.
actually too hot to eat.
Yeah, it's really too hot.
Can you get me a napkin maybe, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. I know that house. It's just like ours, but slightly bigger and better landscaped. Does this guy have to outdo me at everything? What a lovely place.
I need my napkin.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you for that. Thanks. Fine.
Where did I put my bowl?
I think you took it with you.
Oh, guys, don't leave me. Don't leave me, but Justin Bieber is now performing live on TikTok. Seriously, I swear, if you abandon me for Justin Bieber, I will cry. Well, I don't want to take up any more of your time. Really nice meeting you guys. You'll have to stop by at some point. Yeah, definitely. Bye.
Brian and Daisy walk further into the park, with Maxwell happily trotting along in tow. Do you get the feeling that he was trying to one-up us?
Your character.
What about him? I love him. His name is Arson Joe.
He's a demon?
No! He's handsome.
Red-eyed?
They're purping. They're pee.
I'm not saying he's not pretty. I'm just saying he scared the crap out of me when he popped into the corner of the screen.
And I know, I love him.
Trying and succeeding? I can't believe that kid's only 10. What was I even trying to do at her age?
I believe you had a bit of a thing for horses. His earrings and his cat shirt, the cat suit.
Oh my goodness. I love him. Shame that didn't pan out. Could have majored in comparative horse studies.
It's not too late to minor in horse creative riding.
Too close to the truth, Dad.
Aw.
Let us never again speak of the fantastic adventures of Sir Horsington the Brave, an epic in 7 parts by Amanda Jo.
Jen. Oh my goodness, Jen, we have to show off your new collar.
Okay, we'll do it a little later, Jen.
We'll do it a little later.
Hitting me in the
I love her.
That's so mean to me.
Oh no, I have a little mark right here from where she held me earlier. It's fine.
We laugh off the horse
Look at
epic
her.
and walk around a bit more, enjoying the day.
Guys, she's having a hard time here. She's having a hard time.
Yeah.
Look
Begging
at her.
For food.
Look at her. This is what she does. This is what the cat does. She's you see the foot? You see her little foot?
Uses her.
She's just petting you. She's just petting you back. Guys, forget about the Glocks and the weapons and look at Jen. Look at Jen. The little foot. The foot. You can see it. You see it tapping? You see her little foot taps? Oh. Oh. She's so sweet.
Okay, I'm sorry. Playing a game. We'll go unpack.
We should head home. I'm gonna need 4 hours minimum to figure out how to build my new bed. And I'd like to not have to sleep on the floor tonight.
Oh my god. Ginger. Ginger.
Can't have this.
Jen, you can't eat somebody else's food.
She's about to stick her face in my bowl.
Ginger. Jen. Stop. Come here. Psst. Come here, Jen.
I see you looking at. Okay.
Don't rub your face on her food. I get to work unpacking the various boxes around the living room. A couple hours pass and I get some good work done. The washer dry unit is both washing and drying, and we can actually walk through the living room without tripping over boxes.
It does taste different. I don't know if it's as good as normal.
Different.
Yeah,
Is it because we're missing the ranch?
I think so.
I think so too. Ranch packet really brings it on.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunate.
I'll pick up a ranch packet tomorrow. Dump it in the leftovers. Put it in the crock pot again.
I mean, at that rate, we might as well just make another one and have lots of.
But we gotta finish all this. That's the thing.
First visitor already?
First visitor.
I walk over the door and open it.
Whoever it is, they're very excited. Yes. The blondie.
The
A
one who's
handsome,
married, he should totally steal from his wife.
clean-cut man stands at my door, brandishing a plate of cookies.
Hello? Or is it hello? Oh, he needs a white boy voice.
Chad. Yeah, Chad.
Oh, where are my manners? My name's Joseph. Do I sound like Chad yet? What does Chad sound
I
like?
mean, I guess he's less of a Chad and more of like.
He's more of a preacher boy. Isn't
Yeah.
there like a religious thing going on here?
Yeah, there is. He's definitely. I think he is like a pastor.
Oh, where are my manners? My name is Joseph. I'm your next door neighbor.
Oh, yes, hi. I'm Arson. That's what my name is.
Nope. Ah, God. I saw the moving van and I thought I'd bring over some cookies. My daughter Christy wanted me to let you know that she baked them herself.
Joseph leans in and whispers.
But between you and me, she just sprinkled in the chocolate chips.
We both share a laugh. Kids, right?
Wow, cookies, huh? So nice to meet you.
Joseph hands her the plate of cookies with a smile.
Ah.
Well, thanks for the cookies.
Fort McDonald.
Amanda disappears with the cookies.
Hmm.
Ginger.
Amanda, come back. And she's gone. That's my daughter. Her name's Amanda. She's a charmer.
Oh.
Daughters are tough. Sons are also tough.
Oh.
Children in general are just...
I hear that. I mean, there'd have to be something wrong with you to try and raise more than two. B-Rage, thank you so much for the 2 bits. How have you been? Thank you. I appreciate. Oh, and they're adorable bits. They're 2 of the most adorable little bits I've ever seen. How are you?
I hear that.
Okay.
I have 4 kids.
What have you done?
Are you about to give my cat some stuff? Oh my god.
Oh, I meant...
Oh.
Don't worry. You didn't mean to be rude.
Oh no. This is the first neighbor I've met, and my social life is already in a tailspin. I wonder if it's too late to move again. Yeah. Okay. Love the corgis. They are adorable. Guys, this is B-Rage. You gotta go. Gotta go give love. Send love. Send lots of love. I'm glad you've been good. I'm glad you were able to drop by. I know, time zones and all that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here.
Is the missus around?
Mr. actually, and, no, not anymore. He died.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm sorry for your loss.
No, it's alright. Wow, this is uncomfortable. We both stand there quietly for a moment, acutely aware of how awkward we both made things.
Hmm.
Cat, you're gonna trip her.
Me too. Like, it's my fault that I stepped on.
Yeah, I know.
You couldn't sleep, so you decided to drop by. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
It was my first time playing it. I watched Markiplier play it. Like, only a little bit of it, though. I don't really know what's going on. To be fair, I don't even think I watched the beginning of it. But I made a super hot dad. And that's what's important. I mean, in my opinion. Which could be biased, but whatever. I'm sorry. Can you, close the door real quick?
I look at Joseph quizzically, but comply. After a second, I hear a knock on the door. Opening it, I see Joseph standing there with a huge smile.
Oh.
What am I eating? I'm eating chicken chili. It's cream cheese chicken chili. It's a lot better than it sounds. Okay? It's, so it's chicken, corn, black beans, rotel, it's supposed to have a package of ranch seasoning in it, but we, compromised, and, it doesn't taste as great this time. And cream cheese. Stuck in the slow cooker for a long time. It's good. Look, I know there's plenty of things that I make to eat that you can hate on, but you can't hate on this one.
Hey, I'm Joseph. Hey, I'm your new neighbor, Joseph. I promise not to talk about your dead spouse this time. I'm throwing a barbecue for the cul-de-sac, and I'd love for you to come by and meet the rest of our neighbors in the community. What do you say, pal?
That sounds great. My daughter Amanda and I would love to stop by. At bean and corn. Okay, look, I know that corn doesn't have much nutritional value, but still. Also, 4 kids is a perfectly normal amount of children to have. We shake hands to seal the deal.
Hey.
Well, neighbor, I'll see you at 3 p.m. sharp on Saturday.
Sure thing, neighbor. Joseph starts walking away, but stops for a second and turns around.
Yeah.
Hey, and in all seriousness, raising a kid on your own can't be easy. If you ever need to talk about, stuff, I'm the youth minister of the church down the street.
Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't really consider myself a youth.
I mean, you look pretty young to me, but suit yourself.
And with that, Joseph's gone.
He seemed nice. He do be smooth. He's kinda smooth.
Amanda walks back into the living room, crumbs on her face and cookie in hand. That was the smoothest recover I've ever seen. I should be taking notes.
See? You're already fitting in great.
Where'd those cookies go?
Oh.
They're gone. I'm sorry. If it makes you feel any better, they weren't very good.
So you ate all of them anyway? I like mac and cheese. I know you weren't asking me, but I like mac and cheese. Well, I guess that makes it break time.
Any ideas?
I could use some coffee. I'm feeling a little sluggish, and coffee seems like the more responsible option than just taking a nap.
The whole yeah, it is. They're talking about a lot of food.
I'm proud of you. Wait, hold up. Ray, when did you encapsulate Muffin? When did you select Muffin? Muffin was already doomed to a basement. Ray, what are you doing? We walked down the street to the Coffee Spoon, a cute little place on the corner.
Man, this is such a convenient walking What? Man, this isn't such convenient walking distance from our place.
I mean, I guess.
What's wrong?
Why would I go somewhere else and drink coffee on a couch when I could just drink better coffee at home, on my own couch, and not have to make awkward eye contact with other people? I mean, at least when I'm at home, some random guys are gonna come up and sit on the recliner next to me, and I won't feel like a little weird about it because technically he's not sitting at my table, but he is very much within my personal zone.
Dad.
And what's the etiquette when you have a dirty mug? Is there a bin? Do you just go set it up on the counter because you don't know where else to put it?
I ran into that problem so much in California. Like, I didn't know that was a thing. I guess I had never really gone to a coffee shop before, but I went to California and there was like, am I supposed to be turning these back in? What do I do with this? And every place was different.
Or do you leave it there and feel your face flush hot with some shame as you consider the possibility that there was in fact a bin somewhere just out of sight and now you're that jerk who left their mug?
Dad, are you just afraid to meet new people?
Yes, Amanda! We walk inside. The inside of the coffee shop is incredibly warm and inviting. Vinyl records line the walls.
Oh god, I didn't read all of it. I
don't know how this guy sounds.
How do we want this guy to sound, guys? How is he gonna sound? I'm not very good at male voices. So I did you all a favor by making Arson sound ungodly feminine. You aren't being very helpful here.
It's because we don't have cornbread!
She can't hear me. She's ignoring me. Guys, she's ignoring me. Could you imagine being ignored by your own roommate on Valentine's Day? Sorry. Actually, we watched a little bit of Iran Host Club, High School Host Club last night. Celebrate. You know, that's, there's not even cheese in this. I finally understand what has happened. No! Can you imagine that? I didn't anticipate getting ignored today, but fine. Hey, welcome to the Coffee Spoon, guys. How's it going? What's with the name?
Hey.
Oh, it's kinda dumb.
Hey.
It gets mentioned in this poem I like, and I thought it was a good idea at the time, and I suppose now it's... What? No, no! It's okay.
I already grabbed it. Now you have to use
You
it.
didn't have to grab it!
You said it has no cheese.
And when we didn't make cornbread, it's too late for me to add cheese to it. It's almost gone. I was just explaining why it tastes different. Aside from
I
the
don't-
fact that there is something wrong.
It's the ranch. We're
Yeah.
missing the ranch.
Well, we didn't have the ranch last time either.
We had ranch. Well, it's missing the tanginess that we usually have. with
Yeah.
ranch. That's what it's missing.
Also,
Didn't you change the rotel?
yeah, but it's like original rather than mild.
Okay. I don't have to tell you. I just know that I brought you cheese and you're rejecting me.
Well, you were ignoring me, so...
How was I ignoring you?
I asked you what this guy's voice should sound like, and you didn't help me.
Which guy? That guy?
Yeah, but we kind of got a voice from him now, so it's fine. 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 It,
Your cat wants. Alright, cat, let's go get some cheese.
it gets mentioned in this poem I like, and I thought it was a good idea at the time. And I suppose now it's still a good idea because, like, the business is still running. Sprout, 2 days. Sprout, have you been up for 2 days? But people ask me that question all the time, and I, give them the same answer every time. And now I'm standing here rambling, and I'm sure we're all getting more and more uncomfortable the more I keep talking, but man, we're in it now, and I can't stop.
Hey.
So what'll it be?
I scan the chalkboard menu and I am immediately overwhelmed. I'll have oh no. I'll have a Godspeed, you black coffee. 6.5? Sprout, go to sleep. Sprout, I'm glad you're here, but go to sleep.
Classic.
I don't get it.
Oh, it's a pun. Godspeed You, Black Emperor is a really amazing and influential progressive rock band known for their sweeping soundscapes, and
Hey.
I'm doing the thing again.
Hey.
But coming right up. And for you? I'll have a macchiato de Marco, please.
Oh.
I'm coming right up. Do you want that in a small, medium, or biggie smalls?
Sprout! Sprout! No! 2 hours is not a full night's rest. Medium.
Wait, is biggie smalls big or small? I should change that, shouldn't I?
Monsters! The queen is back! Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm glad you're back, monsters. Matt sets out to making our drinks, and Amanda and I take a seat on one of the couches. What's his deal?
Let the man make his puns. They're cooler bands than you listen to anyway.
Hey! Hey! Scott was cool once. This couch is actually pretty comfy. Maybe not comfier than our couch, but it's alright. Good lumbar support. You sink right into it. Oh, okay. It's comfier than our couch. Amanda nudges me.
You know, this place is right next to our house, and that guy seems not only cool, but also just as uncomfortable as talking to other people as you are. You should totally become friends with him.
Yes, Sprout. 12 times 12 is 144. I don't know.
Come on, what do we say about meeting new people?
I can't meet new people if I always stay inside and also don't go outside and also don't talk to people. Val, welcome. That's because it isn't Danganronpa Rumbo. Monsters, you're so much nicer than the rest of us. Oh god. Monsters, are you gonna read Muffin a bedtime story? Is that what's next? You should also probably read one to Sprout, because Sprout's been up for 6.5 days.
See? We're making progress.
Matt sets our drinks down at the table, and I immediately burn the roof of my mouth. Good one.
Hi, we're new in the neighborhood. I'm Amanda and this is my dad, Arson.
Hey.
Oh, right on. Pleased to meet you both.
Hey.
Nice, you got it. You used it.
You,
Yeah.
You ought to come by when my daughter's hanging around the shop. You two might get along. How was Roblox? You did just talk. This is true. This is very true. Your wrist hurt from playing Roblox? Oh, Val, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll maybe come in from time to time. Amanda kicks my leg from under the table. I'm sure we'll be in here a lot.
Hey.
You know what? Let me get your guys' opinion on something.
Matt goes into the back and comes out with a fresh plate of something that smells amazing.
Hey.
I'm working on a new banana bread recipe, and I need help coming up with a name for it.
Well, I think we're gonna have to taste test it first so we can, get the full flavor profile of, you know, and really appreciate the flavorful sensations of... Amanda nods vigorously. She knows this game. Street Fighter, not Roblox? Was it like Street Fighter in Roblox? I don't really know how Roblox works, but it seems like you can do that kind of thing. It seems like that's a thing you can do. Oh god. Yeah, we need to have that Nana bread. We need to give that Nana bread a taste if you want us doing free creative labor. I think that would be commensurate with I've taught her well. We have trained for this day.
I was just gonna give you guys free banana bread anyway.
Right, yes, that. Matt serves us each a piece. Amanda and I happily chow down.
Yo, this is amazing.
Hey.
Thanks. The secret ingredient is bananas.
Hmm.
So, any ideas? I'm stumped.
Well, I think I might only be able to give you dad band puns, but I'll give it a shot. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious.
Are y'all good?
Ears are staying gone.
Banana bread Kennedy's, grateful banana bread. Right said banana bread. I like grateful banana bread. Oh, I don't think you like that. You know,
Like the jam rock band fronted by Jerry Garcia?
that actually has a nice ring to it.
Wait, did he like it? The black didn't look like he liked it. Really?
Oh.
Yeah, grateful bread. Strong decisions. That's art, baby.
Oh.
I mean, I wanted to say baby because I thought it would sound cool, but once I said it, I realized that it just doesn't sound good coming out of my mouth, and maybe I should just leave saying baby to the professionals.
Yeah.
They did. They did. They did name our character Arson. Arson Joe. His name is Arson Joe. He also has committed arson before. Hey, Sprout, I don't think bullying Val is gonna get the ears back.
Hey.
Enjoy your coffee.
Thanks, baby.
Hey.
See? It sounds good when you say it.
Across the way, a man catches my eye. He sits by himself, brooding over a cup of coffee. Our eyes meet, just for a moment. Did you get it, Jen? Yeah?
We just bought her so many mice. Monsters, look, a lot has happened in 5 minutes. Like, I got food in that time, you know? Probably.
Val! You could have just timed out!
Oh wait, was it just a- wait. I'm so confused. You guys are chaotic. It's chaotic.
Hey, baby. Jen, you want to show him your new collar?
She said no. I'm sorry. I'll send you a picture of her new collar.
It's so cute. It's space-themed. I hastily look away, hoping he didn't catch me staring. Who is that?
Sprout. Sprout, it's not a timeout.
We finish up our drinks and head out.
Thanks for stopping in.
Take care.
Okay, now that we're full of caffeine, where to?
I need a nap.
We just had coffee.
Have you ever known me to play by the rules? Your father is a rebel, sweetie.
You guys are chaotic good, probably. I don't know.
Now all aboard the train to Sleepy Time Junction. As we're walking home, I hear heavy footsteps come up behind us.
Arson, bro.
I like him. I turn around and am greeted by a familiar face jogging up to us. Craig?
Bro.
Bro! Holy... Wow! I haven't seen Craig in forever.
Man, it has been too long, dude.
Yeah, wow. You look great.
Yeah, I mean, I cleaned up my act.
Cleaned up his act?
Are you good? What was that? She just went like she was gonna walk into her, litter box and, like, flipped. Literally.
Val, you're lawful neutral? I am neutral.
I'm pure neutral. I'm glad you're lawful, though. We need that.
Amanda, this is my friend Craig. We went to college together. We were roommates for a while, too.
Amanda, dude, you probably don't even remember me, but you're so big now. Hello, and hello, cute baby.
Monsters, what do I think you are?
I think you're neutral good.
This is Dream Daddy. Val, it is Dream Daddy, not Danganronpas. Danganronpas. You're gonna head out? What? Jalen, hello, how are you? Val, don't leave.
Val, I've missed you so bad. We really needed you earlier. We really needed you. It was bad. I couldn't figure out how to make things work. I owe them 27, waters. Aw, thank you. Last time I saw you, I think you were about her size. This is River. Say hi, River.
He picks up her tiny wrists and waves it around. River gurgles happily. Thank you so much for the follow, Jalen. How are you? How have you been?
Sprout, that's not how to be nice. Sprout, that's not how to be nice. Val, don't worry about it. We're just... Sprout! It's this, you know. Are you babysitting? Nah, dude. River's my kid.
Man, it has been a long time. Feels like 1 minute we're both rolling up to exams with bad hangovers, and the next we're both fathers. Where you been, man?
God. Oh my god. Man, you know, I was working out in California and just relocated the business back to Maple Bay.
No kidding. Amanda and I just moved to the side of town. How's Smashly doing?
I don't know.
I mean, Ashley. Ashley's her name.
I don't know.
Yeah, she actually still goes by Smashly. And, we got divorced last year. Sprout, I'm going to, but I'm gonna divide them up. There's so many. Oh, unless you're talking about the ears, in which case I have no control over that.
Oh, dude, I'm so sorry.
Nice.
Ah, it's old news. We take turns taking care of River and the twins. It's all copacetic.
Twins? You have 3 kids?
Ain't life something, bro, right?
Keg Stand Craig is a father? Of 3?
Oh god. Keg Stand Craig?
Oh.
Oh, haha. Yeah, it was my old college nickname.
He got it because he did a lot of keg stands.
It's that thing where you do a handstand on a keg and then drink from the keg.
Right. He was very good at it.
Huh, bro. I hate to be that guy, but I'm in the middle of my daily jog, and I've really got to keep up my heart rate. Brought River along for, you know, resistance training.
You jog daily? Wow. I jog yearly. On January 1st, whenever I promised myself that I'm gonna jog daily for the rest of the year, but give up after 30 minutes and just walk home.
Well, it's never too late to get back into it, dude. You should join me sometime.
I don't know.
Hey.
Come on, it'd be fun. We'd grab breakfast afterwards, catch up. We could do a bro brunch like the good old days.
Alright, sure. Sounds great.
Great. Let's get that going soon. I better get moving. Good to see you guys.
Craig gives a little wave, puts his earbuds back in, and jogs off. I can't believe Craig is ripped and has kids. That's crazy.
Why's that?
The Craig I knew is not fit to be responsible for any living thing, including and especially himself. One time I watched him drink an entire jar of marinara sauce for dinner. Amanda, he opened up a new jar of marinara sauce, and then he drank it like it was a thing that normal people do. It was unholy. And then I asked him what the hell he was doing, and he said, and I quote, "It's basically a smoothie, bro."
I mean, technically, he's not wrong.
He jogs. He was jogging. He's like a totally different person. Anyway, we better get home. I'll have plenty of time to reflect on how old I feel later. Amanda and I flopped down onto the couch. Amanda has to shove some empty boxes out of the way before she can sit.
Oh.
Too bad we're gonna be putting my stuff right back into these boxes in a few months.
No, don't say that.
Huh, Dad, it's gonna be okay. I'll be fine.
I know. It's just, you're my little girl. It's gonna be weird not having you around.
I'll come visit, and I'll text you every day. And I'll take lots of pictures. I mean, obviously. I'm a photography major.
You promise?
Of course. Are you gonna be okay by your lonesome?
Oh, come on. I'll be fine. I'll get a dog or something.
A dog? Forget art school. I'll stay for the dog.
Is that what it's gonna take?
Medium-sized dog, handkerchief around the neck. I get to name it. That's what it'll cost for me to give up on my dreams. I'm a woman of simple wants and needs.
Well, a dog is a lot cheaper than college. Amanda laughs. Suddenly, a pile of envelopes slides through the mail slot. Speaking of college...
Amanda darts over...
Oh, no, I'm still... Amanda darts over to the envelopes and shuffles through them. She pulls one out and throws the rest back on the floor.
This is from McGowan College of Art and Design.
Open it!
But I'm scared.
It's just an envelope.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, my entire future. Not a big deal.
She takes a deep breath and then rips the letter open with her teeth. We have a letter opener, but okay. I hold my breath while Amanda's eyes dart back and forth, scanning the letter. What does it say?
The admissions committed your has reviewed your application, blah blah blah. We
Her face drops.
regret to inform you that we are unable to offer your admission to McGowan College of Art and Design.
Amanda throws the letter on the coffee table. Oh, sweetie.
It's okay. I mean, I kind of saw it coming. I knew I shouldn't have put that experimental stuff in my portfolio. Their admissions officer told me they just want to see portraits or whatever.
I pull Amanda in for a big hug. You're an amazing photographer. I know how much work you put into your portfolio. Some other school is going to want to snatch you up for sure.
Yeah, I know. It's fine.
Are you actually fine, or are you just saying that? No! Oh my god! Ray, it's you! Ray, it's you!
I'm joking. I'm joking. Why do you need bags for your feet? Why do you need bags for your feet? Well, that is a very bold assumption. I'm just saying. Wait, hold up. Ray put you in a dirty playpen? Ray. Ray, that's a problem.
We have snow.
I'm fine, really.
Her face says the opposite, but I probably shouldn't push her on this.
Oh, and before I forget, Emma R and Emma P are sleeping over tonight.
Ugh.
So...
You need me out of the way because I'm painfully uncool.
I would choose more delicate phrasing, but...
Well, I'll have you know that I conveniently already have plans for tonight, so you'll have the new place to yourself.
Yeah, what are your plans?
Quick, think of plans. I'm secretly the mayor of this town. Amanda, the town needs me. I need to perform my mayoral duties. I must don my top hat and wear my monocle so that I may preside over my mayor stuff.
I wish it snowed that much here. Oh my goodness, that would be so cool. I think you're thinking of the guy from Monopoly.
He was a mayor, right?
He was not.
Right. I'm just kidding. I'm actually going to... go to bed. I'm wiped. Have fun with Yummas.
We'll try to keep it down.
I know you're not going to, but I appreciate you for saying that. Oh my goodness. I ate all of our biscuits. We ate all of the biscuits that I made yesterday. They were so good. They were so good. Sprout, you ate the moldy biscuits. I know you eat cookies, but the biscuits are really good. Our American biscuits are very good. Or rather, not British style biscuits. And don't forget that you have that meeting with my English teacher tomorrow. Oh, right. Mr. Vega. Yep, totally remembered. I'll be there. Awesome. Night, Pops. Pay your bills early. I wake up to a text from an unknown number. Rise and shine, early bird. Nope, nope. They aren't dry. They aren't dry, Sprout. You're wrong. Rise and shine, early bird. Still want to work out? This is Craig, by the way. Holy crap, it's 6 a.m. Who does 6 a.m. anymore? Without realizing it, I drift back to sleep. Oh, whoops. I must have winked back out. I checked my phone again. Hey, bud. Still want to get your swole on? I'm ready to tear up the track. Hit me up. God, the last thing I want to do right now is work out. But it is Craig. I do want to catch up. Go to the gym. Hey, my man. I need a few minutes to wake up, but let's meet in 20? After a few seconds, another text comes in. Sprout, it's the thought that counts. The attempt to cook. You just attempt to cook. Sure thing. Meet me at the gym. I stretch and my bones creak. I gotta stop falling asleep on the couch. I throw off my blanket and... Hey, wait. I don't remember falling asleep with a blanket. Amanda must have tucked me in after I fell asleep. Bless that child. I reluctantly brush my teeth and throw on the only clothes I have the only clothes I own that are even kind of gym appropriate, and head out. The neighborhood is quiet and serene this early in the morning. Birds chirp and the grass is still wet with dew. Surprisingly, the gym is pretty crowded. I spot Craig standing out front, stretching, of course. Hey, bro. Good morning. Hey, good to see you, man. You can't mail food across the seas. You can't mail food across the ocean. I'm definitely not as pumped up as he is. Maybe I should have had some coffee before I left. You ready to kick some butt? Help. Gotta stay positive, dude. I'm here to party.
Bro,
That's the spirit, my dude.
nice.
We headed to the gym and I'm immediately intimidated. All of these people look like they could break me in half. And it seems like Greg is friends with all of them.
Oh.
Muffin is so excited to have y'all as parents. No, it is illegal, I think. Actually, it might not be, but considering they're homemade, it might be. He high-fives and finger guns all of the cool jocks in the room. They look like they could and would steal my lunch money to spend it on protein shakes. Come on, bud, let's warm up. We head over to the treadmills and start walking. You made a verdict, Val? What's your verdict? Okay, I can walk. Walking is good. This is a decent place to be. Walking. So, I know we are on treadmills, but Sprout was already slated for death. Oh, and Ray? Yeah. And those over there are ellipticals. Very good. What is all this other stuff? Honestly, fair. Muffin overcooked? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. No! We like... What? No idea? No idea? Greg laughs.
Hey.
Laughs.
They might look a little scary, but I guarantee that all of them serve a specific purpose for building muscle mass.
I watch as a dude in a muscle tee flexes a muscle I didn't know existed on a machine I think was once used to process grain into flour. Val? No. What is that? What is that guy doing to himself?
That's a good question, bro. What do you think he's doing? Praying to some sort of pain god using medieval torture device, training to crush people's skulls with his size? Praying to a pain god.
It's like a religious self-flagellation meant to atone for one's sins. You don't want your screams. What?
I am concerned.
Val, it's okay. You don't have... Val, you don't have to punish. You don't have to be punished. You don't have to be punished. It's okay.
You're actually not far from the truth.
Oh no. Craig is turning up the speed. I better do the same. How long have you been doing the buff thing?
Couple years.
And like, what do you do when you're not dadding or working or buffing?
Oh, I coach my twin softball team.
That still counts as dadding and buffing.
I keep busy. What do you do for fun?
I check out my hot bod. I mean, I spend most time in front of the mirror admiring my Adonis-like figure that I've worked so hard to sculpt. And by that I mean lay horizontal and watch bad television. No, Monsters, you're a great mom. You're a great... Well, yeah, your child was in the oven, but they came back with a cookie. Child has cookie now. We're jogging now. Oh God, we're jogging now. I look over to Craig, who hasn't even broken a sweat. How is he doing this so effortlessly? I'm dying. I can feel my life force draining through every orifice in my body.
Hey, remember when my fish died in college?
No. I don't like this story. Oh my God, is he really bumping up the speed again? I mean, I guess I better do it too. Yes, Sprout, that is amazing. Oh, this is fast. This is very fast.
And then we were at that party, and you vowed to make me feel better. You tell me to create a distraction, so of course I do a sick keg stand and get everyone cheering.
And then I try to steal a fish from a fish tank at the party with my bare hands like an idiot.
And then you drop the fish and it's flopping around and you panic. So you run up to me post-keg stand with a dying, dirtying fish in your hands that you scooped off the ground, and you're yelling at me that we have to leave. So we're like running out of the frat party with a fish, trying to give it mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. When we get him home and get him into a fishbowl of water, but the prognosis was grim.
And the next day he's alive and well.
They never did catch the great fish thieves of Grand Ridge U.
And they never will.
A ghost? Oh my goodness. Wait. Val, you're a ghost? Val, you can't be a ghost. You're my strong active mod. I have another mod, but she's not very active.
Why is there a thumbtack in the blade pen? Do you just... Monsters! Ray, your kid! Spooky time?
Oh. Space? Yes? Sprout? What? Why?
I shoot off the end of the treadmill and crash into the wall. Jesus, that hurts!
Dude, bro, are you okay?
Yes? Yes, Sprout? What about Val? Craig offers me a hand and looks over me for injuries. I'm fantastic. I managed to stand up and rub my back. Doesn't hurt now, but I'm sure it will later.
Oh.
You don't have to push yourself like that. Always know your limits.
Well, I think I might call our gym adventure here.
Nice.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh.
Alright, well, here. I brought you this.
Craig hands me a shaker bottle full of a thick green liquid. I stare at it with what must be apparent distaste. Val is not a ghost. Val is not a ghost. Val is very real, very much existing.
It's a protein shake, bro.
Oh, thank you. He wants me to drink it. Oh boy, here goes. I take a small sip. It's actually delicious. Wow, this is really good.
Did I wear my suit to the gym?
Dude.
And good for you. It's my special recipe. I'm actually really proud of it.
Bro.
Let me know if you ever want to work out again. Maybe we can try running around the neighborhood if treadmills aren't your speed. No pun intended, bro.
Good one. Well, I'm gonna go put some ice on this, everything. I'll see you around. I leave the gym feeling ashamed. Greg used to order delivery from the pizza place across the street from our dorm, and now he can run circles around me. Literally. Man, I really gotta work on this dad bod. Small plant! Small plant! Small plant! Small plant!
I'm sorry, Sprout, but that's pretty good. That was pretty good. You have to admit.
I get home and lie down on the couch. It hurts to move. Oh my god, I'm so old. Oh no, I must have fallen asleep. What time is it? Shoot, it's 3:55. I'm supposed to be at Amanda's school in 5 minutes. I frantically put on some clean clothes, apply a generous amount of deodorant, and run out the door.
Oh my god.
I arrive at Amanda's school and check in at the front desk. They give me a bright orange visitor sticker and send me on my way. I'm barely awake and feeling pretty haggard, but hopefully no one will notice. The thumbtack says Sprout?
Maybe it's just branding. It's just branding. It's just branding, Muffin. It's fine.
I check my watch and I'm relieved to see that I'm only 2 minutes late. Oh, wait. Was it room 108 or 103? I spot a youth standing at his locker and approach him with small steps. Excuse me. Do you know where Mr. Vega's classroom is? The youth turns around and looks me up and down with heavily lined eyes.
Sigh.
Come on, kid. I'm late for a meeting.
Mr. Who?
Mr. Vega?
I don't know. Have you tried the exit?
Okay, wise guy. Are you gonna help me out or not?
Sigh. Fine. Up those stairs and to the left. Can't miss them.
I head up the stairs and walk around, unable to find Mr. Vega's class anywhere. After a couple minutes of searching, I head back downstairs. That punk youth sent me on a wild goose chase. Goodness gracious. I get back to where that low-rent Gerard Way is standing, fully ready to give him a piece of my mind, when suddenly a head pops out of the classroom next to his locker.
Oh.
Lucian, don't you have a third period to get to? Sigh. Fine, Mr. Vega.
Wow! Now I'm officially 10 minutes late. I glare at him as he walks away. We're not cool.
You, larger seedling? Oh my god. You must be Arson. This period's almost over. Would you mind waiting in the back?
Oh.
Mr. Vega leads me in, and I take a seat on one of the comically small students' desks in the back. I might get stuck in this.
Alright, where were we? Now, who can tell me about the unreliability of the narrator in J.D. Salinger's Catcher in the Rye?
Oh.
Yes, Colin.
Colin stands up and does this thing where he blows into the crook of his elbow to make a fart noise.
Hmm?
The whole class erupts in laughter.
Oh.
Alright, everybody. Very funny, Colin. Please, sit down.
Oh.
Now, Holden Caulfield is an unreliable narrator, in the sense that
The bell for the end of the period rings. All of the students immediately get up and make a break for the door.
Huh?
remember to do the reading and answer the response questions on page 194 in your textbook.
Nobody is listening.
Ah.
Or not, I guess.
Mr. Vega turns to me and sighs.
Middle schoolers, right?
Don't you teach high schoolers?
Eh.
Both. You know, budget cuts.
Right.
Oh.
Thanks so much for coming in.
No problem, Mr. Vega.
Hmm?
Please, call me Hugo.
Eh.
I don't normally do these impromptu parent-teacher meetings, but as I'm sure you know, Amanda's a very bright student, and I'm concerned about her recent behavior.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You guys are crazy. Val, yes is not a what? Well, what's going on?
I don't know.
Amanda has never been the most engaged student, but I know she cares. Recently, though, she's been falling behind. She's not completing assignments and has been doing rather poorly on tests. I'd normally chalk this up to senioritis, but
This is strange. I thought Amanda always shared everything with me. It hadn't even crossed my mind that something might be wrong.
Sprout, you're about to get bonked, it looks like.
Eh.
There is a bonk command, just saying. Except I don't think I programmed it right. So it might, the text might be a little strange. I just wanted to ask, is everything okay at home?
I mean, we just moved. Well, we just moved recently, but it was only to the other side of town, and Amanda was more excited about it than I was.
Hmm?
See if you can talk to her about it. I know she values you a great deal, and I would appreciate your guidance if she keeps heading down this road.
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Sprout, I think you have been, timed out. I know how important art school is to her, and I would hate to see her miss out on a scholarship that she clearly deserves.
I'll make sure to talk to Amanda. Thanks for letting me know, Hugo.
Oh.
Anytime.
On my way out, I stopped, thinking for a moment. I turned to Hugo. Hey, Hugo?
Hmm?
Yes?
They ever catch that rye?
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, they caught the rye. I leave the classroom and make my way out of the school. I'm still a little bit in shock that Amanda was able to hide this so well from me. She's always been such a force for positivity in my life, especially after we lost her father. Amanda must be done with classes for the day by now. I'm sure she would appreciate a ride home, and maybe I can talk to her about what's going on.
Eh?
I pull up to the carpool, and Amanda hops into the passenger seat.
So did you have fun gossiping about me? Sprout! Sprout!
Well, Mr. Vega and I actually just gossiped about our celebrity crushes.
Sprout, you're back because Val allowed you to come back. Sprout, you're back because Val removed the timeout. Sprout, you're only here because Val allows you to exist. Essentially. Oh, so you talked about Mario Batali the whole time?
It was a very productive meeting.
I'm pretty hungry. Can we grab some dinner?
Sure thing. Let's go to the mall food court. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, sure. Why the mall?
Jeez, can't a dad take his daughter to the mall?
Will you buy me things?
I will buy you a thing. Singular.
Sounds like a deal to me.
We drive in silence for a short while. Amanda plays a game on her phone. I should say something. You know, sometimes when a kid gets older, they find that they have to keep things hidden from their parents. And that's okay, because sometimes that's what kids do. And that's okay, but also sometimes it's good to have the parents' perspective, because, you know, maybe the parents have also dealt with similar situations. And maybe they're a little cooler than you give them credit for. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that it's good to share. Love you.
Have you been reading my tweets?
You have a Twitter?
What? No, never mind.
Look, sweetie, Mr. Vega said you haven't been participating in class, and that you're not turning things in.
Oh, I'm fine, Pops. You know, senioritis and all that.
I thought you liked Mr. Vega's class.
I mean, it's fine. He's fine.
We pull up to a stoplight, and I Amanda. She's still texting. I want you to know that you can talk to me about anything.
Haha.
I can tell that whatever it is, she doesn't want me knowing about it. That's frustrating.
I
heard, Emma R is going to that fancy art school in California. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Are you bummed out that you guys aren't going to go to the same school?
Yeah.
Amanda keeps texting. She stifles a laugh. What's so funny?
It's, I don't think you'd get it.
Okay. Who you texting?
Noah.
Who's Noah?
My friend.
Does he go to your school?
Yeah.
Do you like Noah?
What? No. Dad! Ugh. I can't believe you would... Dad. I mean, geez. Why would you... Gross.
Sorry. Just asking.
Dad, he's just my friend.
Aw, monsters, you're so nice.
Guys and girls can be friends. He's my friend.
Okay.
Jeez.
This is going well. Well, good talk. Love you, kiddo. She leans forward and turns up the radio. I guess that conversation is over. To the mall, then.
Sprout, you're probably not gonna get the ears. Your best chance of getting ears back is probably to not attack Val. Just saying.
We arrive at the mall, a big indoor shopping center with a couple different floors. It's kind of dead, but that doesn't stop a mall security guard from yelling at a group of loitering teens. Yeah, let's eat something disgusting for dinner.
Hell yeah.
Language, Missy.
Heck yeah.
Better. We approach the food court and evaluate our options. There's greasy restaurant after greasy restaurant. My heart burns just from looking at the menus. Nobody looks too happy to be here.
What are you in the mood for? Bread dipped in sugar, bread with cheese on it, or do you just want me to inject some fat directly into your bloodstream?
I extend my hand to her. Would you do me the honor of sharing some nachos? Sprout, I don't think Muffin would appreciate that, considering how you just tried to stab them with a pin. You know? She takes my hand with a grin.
It would make the it would make me the happiest, cheesiest girl alive. I messed it up. I messed it up. Oh, I'm so sorry. I messed up the Streamlabs command. I'm sorry. We order a pile of chips and unnaturally orange cheese from a very unenthusiastic and possibly stoned teenager. We take a seat at a rickety table and dig in. These are bad. These are very bad. But also strangely delicious? We have to eat through the pain. We enjoy the fluorescent cheesy goodness together until we're all out of nachos. So... something's been bothering me for a while. Can you explain memes to me? Okay. Okay. That mean I can't bother you later? Okay. Okay. But no! Stop! Which meme? All memes. Ugh. Amanda sighs deeply and places her head in her hands. Dad, it's complicated. See, memes are inside jokes shared by a bunch of people that get less funny the more people do it. So the problem is that by the time a meme gets to you, Dad, all us youths have already done the joke to death. I don't know! I don't know if that's fair! I think Sprout should just give Muffin back. And what's worse than that is that the movies and TV video... And what's worse is that... Oh my god. And what's worse than that is that the movies and TVs and video games will try to jump in on a meme train, but just based on how long it takes to make them, the meme will be long dead by the time it comes out. So it just dates and it isn't funny. Oh shit, what up? Dad, please. Anyway, changing the subject. Where to now? Wanna go to the goth store? What? You know, the one that's all black and tries to establish itself as an anti-establishment, despite being the exact representation of the establishment? I don't know what store you're talking about. You know, the one where you can buy chain wallets and it's basically an assault on what people fought so hard against in the punk and hardcore movements of the 70s and 80s? Dude, you gotta be more specific. The one you threw up in that one time. Oh, that one! Amanda runs to the store with me trailing behind her. She makes a beeline for the back. There it is. You can still see the outline, kinda. I'm so... proud? Speech. Amanda. Speech. Alright, I'll do it if you stop chanting. Amanda stops immediately. Imagine that. Imagine, I said. Imagine that. And you just stop. I clear my throat. Thank you all for joining us here today to commemorate an historic moment that would forever shape history. On a day very much like today. Why is there a pop? Why is there a pop? There shouldn't be a pop. There shouldn't be a pop. I thought I fixed it. Oh no, oh no. It's not popping anymore. It's not popping anymore. On a day very much like today, some 5 years ago, our very own Amanda Ann Joe had too much blue raspberry slushy on an outing to the mall. After begging her father to take her to Dead Goth and Beyond to buy rainbow suspenders, she proceeded to throw up all over a display of My Chemical Romance merchandise. Her loving father then had to pay for said merchandise, which to this day remains among our possessions. Thank you. Amanda is moved. She begins clapping, slow at first, then faster and more vigorously. Several other patrons turn their heads. One of them also starts clapping. I bow my head.
What can I say? What can I say? You gotta do a card reading. Alright, alright. Oh, hey!
Oh, hey, chain wallets.
While Amanda busies herself looking at band t-shirts, I try to find something of interest to myself. Not much for a dad to look at in a dead goth and beyond. Ooh. Hot deals or I brought hot deals. There's a big cardboard box of marked down items. I'm pretty sure $4 for purple eyeliner is a good deal. I think. I wonder if I would look good in purple eyeliner. Hell yes, I would.
Look, this is very important to me.
I overhear a stifled argument over at a cash register. An older gentleman is carrying a garment and showing it to a bored-looking cashier with pink hair.
I can see that. Don't know what to tell you, dude. I just work here.
What?
Listen, when I bought this online, the website said this blouse was Victorian inspired. However, when I received it, it clearly held the trademark of Edwardian dressage.
Wait, Muffin is dead? What? 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 No! Stop!
Do you want a coupon? I mean, I can give you a coupon. Will you leave if I give you a coupon? Goth Dad is your fave? Is there a manager present? People have to know what they're buying. I am the manager. I see. Well, it would seem that I have outstayed my welcome. Good day, shopkeep. Your superiors will receive a strongly worded letter by post.
Oh my god. Sprout, you might be in isolation, but America is not, really.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
The man whirls around and storms out, his literal coattails trailing behind him. I can't tell if they're Victorian inspired or Edwardian in nature. Y'all are too violent. Amanda trops up to me with a t-shirt in her hand. Oh boy, here it comes.
Hey, Dadtron 5000.
Yes, I'll buy it for you.
Wow, that was easy. Thanks.
At least it's only one this time. Amanda plops the shirt onto the counter and grins at the cashier.
I love your hair.
The cashier says nothing and rings Amanda up. Radiating hatred, I hand her a 20. So, what was that guy's deal? The cashier rolls her eyes so hard I'm worried she'll pull something.
That's Damien. He's in here all the time. He's obsessed with Victorian fashion or whatever.
No! We're not doing that. We are not committing murder. This is not Danganronpa. We are not doing that. Just give Muffin back. Sprout. Give Muffin back to Monster. She hands Amanda her bag and it's clear the conversation is over. We make our way out of the store and head home to get some rest. Amanda and I sit on the couch, trying to find something to watch over bowls of ice cream.
Oh, cool! Long haul paranormal ice road ghost truckers design. Your favorite, right?
Oh, hell yes! They have to make it over the Canadian tundra before the ice road melts back. Oh my god. They have to make it over the Canadian tundra before the ice road melts, but they also are hunting ghosts. Also, the trucks are haunted. This is an episode I've already seen, but it's one of the best. Calman, Flint, Dogbone, the twin brothers, truck driving and ghost hunting duo, find themselves in the greatest peril yet.
Oh no, the ghost done got control of the truck. I can't steer on them there damn ice roads. Let me use this EVP meter to try and communicate with the spirits. Flint, we're about to die. Almost got it. If you listen carefully, it sounds like it's saying, you're gonna die.
Hmm.
Oh my god. That's because we're about to die, you... This is art.
The episode ends and Amanda excuses herself and goes, herself to go start arguments on the internet.
That's you guys. You guys are Amanda. You guys are Amanda, and all you do is start arguments on the internet.
I stay up a little longer, curious about the exploits of Callum and Flint Dogbone after their disastrous ice road accident. Afterward, I crawl into bed and get a good night's sleep. Whistle while you work. More snoring.
Morning, sleepyhead.
5 more minutes.
You have never, ever let me have 5 more minutes. So, get up.
Fine. We have cereal for breakfast and spend the morning putting together furniture. Amanda is much better at interpreting the tiny manuals. We're able to put together a few shelves and one desk, but I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be a bookcase.
So, you excited for the cookout today?
I'm excited to beef up my grilling skills. I'll see this as a learning opportunity. If I can snake some hot grill tips, I think we can consider it a success.
Don't you want to meet some of the people in the neighborhood?
I'll probably end up standing uncomfortably in the corner with a plate of food and hope that nobody talks to me.
Dad, you're a beautiful work in progress. We will get that butterfly to emerge from the cocoon. The social butterfly.
Well, we better start getting ready. We definitely don't want to be late.
What? No. We have to be fashionably late. Who shows up to a cookout on time?
You know what? We're going early. Just because you said that. I head out the door and Amanda reluctantly follows. We walk across the street to Joseph's house with a store-bought veggie plate. I'm a terrible cook if it doesn't involve a grill. I guess we're not as early as we thought we were. Joseph's backyard is already packed with people and the smell of hot dogs wafts through the air. Small children run through a sprinkler and adults chat in small clusters. I set out our veggie plate on the table next to 2 other veggie plates. Huh. Hey, there's Joseph! I wave to get his attention. The moment he sees us, he jogs over, arms open wide.
Oh.
Welcome. I'm so glad you two are here. And you brought veggies. Let me introduce you to my family. Kids, come on over here. This is Chris, my eldest. Hi.
Oh.
Stop! Stop! Sprout, give the kid back! Stop!
And, this is Christian and Christy. They're twins.
They stare creepily and say nothing.
Hey.
Then, of course, there's our youngest. Wait. Where is Krish? Maybe Mary put him in his crib. Oh, and how could I forget my lovely wife, Mary?
No!
Oh my god.
Joseph pecks her on the cheek, and she smiles.
Mary, sweetheart, did you put Krish to bed?
I'll have to go look.
I'll have to go look for him.
Oh.
What? You'll have to...
Joseph takes a moment and regains his composure. Stop! Stop!
Oh god. Mary, this is our new neighbor, Arson, and his daughter, Amanda. I'd shake your hand, but I have a glass full of wine that I need to tend to. Oh my god, I love her.
Nice to meet you, Mary.
Charmed. Well, I have to go over there now. My wife has a wonderful sense of humor, but please, you two enjoy the barbecue. All the guys are really excited to meet you. God. Stop! Stop! Stop fighting! Stop! Seriously. Stop. Here, let me introduce you around.
Yeah.
This is Robert. He lives just across the way.
A haggard man, nursing a glass of whiskey, eyes me up and down.
Hey.
Hey, I'm Arson. It's nice to meet you. No. All of you, stop. He takes a long swig of his drink.
Charmed.
Right.
Arson and his daughter just moved in next door. Cool. If you ever need recommendations on where to get a drink in this town, Rob's your man.
Oh.
I told you not to call me Rob.
Oh, cracker.
Oh, right. Got it.
Robert ambles away without saying goodbye.
Hey.
He's not really a people person.
Wow, I think I've actually met everybody else.
Great. I bet you're excited to get to know everyone better. I hope you both, enjoy yourselves.
Amanda and I mill around and try some of the food spread out on the table. I pick at some of the deviled eggs. Amanda grabs a small paper plate and immediately begins piling it with baked goods. Ugh, I don't want to have to make friends.
Come on, Dad. Who you're gonna party with when I go off to school?
But I don't want to have to do pleasantries.
Dad.
They're gonna talk about the weather.
Go. Do it. Make a friend.
But how could I possibly abandon my only child at a social function? That's bad parenting.
This plate of cookies is my new dad. Bye.
Amanda shoves me into the center of the yard. Well, here goes nothing. I look around the party. Oh god. Isn't that the barista from the Coffee Spoon? What a cool guy. And mysterious. But didn't that guy throw a frisbee at my head? And isn't that guy who was throwing a fit in Dead Goth and Beyond? Isn't that Amanda's teacher?
You read some cards, Val? Yeah?
Hey, I know Craig. But wait a second. All of these people live in our cul-de-sac? That can't be right. I'd better investigate.
Oh, goodness gracious. Let's talk to Matt, Hugo, and Craig. They're my favorite group, I think.
Matt and Hugo seem to be embroiled in an intense discussion. Craig looks on, smiling politely. I walk over to say hello. Val, no, you can't be... we need some positivity in this chat. Y'all are making me very sad. I know that you guys are not this dark. Come on. I get that you are all chaotic bad. But you're all chaotic. Very chaotic. But can we spread some more chaotic good, some chaotic positive? And stop trying to murder each other?
Well, I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair to try and compare two art movements like that. Periods in art only exist because they're a unique byproduct of the social and political climate of a time and place, and to try and take something like, say, the Rococo period and compare it to the postmodernism in America, you're completely disregarding the context in which a piece of work is created.
Joke time! Thank you so much for the joke, Monster. I appreciate it. Kimchi's slobbering on your phone. He sounds adorable. Wait, is Kimchi is male? Is Kimchi male? Muffin, stop. Sprout, you've been up 6.5 days. Of course you're tired. You should probably go to bed. What has more lives than a cat? A video game cat? That's a good one. Honestly, though, I mean, I can't die, so, like, clearly it's me. Matt and Hugo seem to be so busy talking that they didn't notice me. Craig leans in. Muffin, no more weapons.
Dude, I have no idea what's happening.
I'll listen into them.
That kind of comparison just eliminates the reason art movements are so important in the first place.
A frog because it croaks every night. That's pretty good, monsters. That's pretty good.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I think there's no harm comparing one work of art to another. You could definitely say one painting is better than another if you're evaluating technical skill from a purely formalist standpoint.
You don't want to go to bed, Sprout? Don't you have class tomorrow? Don't you have class? I get senioritis or whatever, but you still gotta do your best.
I mean, if I showed you a Matisse? And then something by the Dutch masters, which one would you say shows more technical prowess?
Nice.
Yo.
Oh, I am so lost right now. I shoot a worried glance over to Craig, who returns it.
Eh.
It's what time?
Well, sure, you could say that the Dutch masters were technically more skilled, but I would argue that while Dutch masters were better painters, Matisse had better paintings overall.
Well, that's pretty subjective, I guess. You took a test the other way? Oh, that's cute. Sleep time. Oh, that's. But you took it the other day. You took a test the other day. Well, yeah, but you don't graduate from school in February, do you? I mean, do you? I know that Japanese school is weird and kind of does that, but like, I imagine English school is more like ours.
How do you mean?
Well, that painting of the guy with the apple in front of his face is pretty nice. I mean, Matisse rocks.
Oh.
That's a Magritte.
Right, art. Sorry.
You're fine, dude.
I don't know.
We were just discussing the importance of context when talking about artwork. Listen, all I asked was if you like Van Gogh or Picasso better. Those are two very different.
I understand, but... Hugo throws up his hands in frustration. Yes, Sprout?
But they represent two completely different art movements. How could I possibly choose between the thick, creamy impasto of post-impressionism and the abstractionist beauty of cubism?
Man, that's all way above my head.
Oh.
Yeah, me too. It's all good, man. The cool thing about art is that we all perceive it differently. A single piece could have a totally different effect on each person that looks at it, and that's awesome.
Ah.
Just 1 minute about that. Hugo, please.
Hey.
Sorry, I get really fired up about art stuff. Arson, how are you liking the neighborhood?
Sprout, it is like 2 a.m. What do you mean someone's knocking at your door? Don't answer it. Maybe it's another pizza guy. It's pretty nice. Everyone's been super friendly.
Hey.
Well, it seems like your daughter's fitting in just fine.
Matt points across the yard to where Amanda, Daisy, and another young girl are playing. They're all sitting cross-legged in the grass, picking weeds and weaving them to little flower crowns. It's pretty adorable. The girl I don't recognize jogs over to us.
Hey.
What is it, sweetheart?
Oh, she is adorable.
It's a flower crown. I thought you'd look cute in it.
Hey, dude.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Matt takes the flower crown and places it on top of his head.
Hey.
Oh my god. Oh, he is cute. Oh.
Am I cool now?
The girl stares at him, thinking it over. Nope. But you're slightly less uncool than you were before you put it on.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, Arson, this is my daughter.
Hello. I'm Carmencita. Amanda comes over with Daisy in tow.
Dad, look, I'm making friends.
Yeah.
Are you making friends? You better be making friends.
Yeah, actually. Amanda, you remember the cool barista from the coffee shop? And my old college friend. And, your teacher.
Oh. Hi, Mr. Vega. I didn't realize we were neighbors.
Ah.
Yeah. You, still gonna get me that overdue term paper?
Aw.
Why would you poke me, Val? Ah! Ah! I'm gonna poke you back. But not right now.
because I can't. Ha 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 ha. Great seeing you.
Amanda finger guns her way out of the conversation like a champ. She learned the finger guns move from me. I'm very proud.
Oh.
Did you poke yourself on my behalf? That's so kind. Thank you. She's definitely a charmer. Speaking of which, where did my son go?
Whoa.
Hugo looks around the party. He must finally spot him because his eyes go wide.
Sweet Manchego.
What did your neighbors do? Ernest Hemingway. Ernest Hemingway Vega. Are you smoking?
Ernest is holding up a lit cigarette.
No.
I see Ernest across the way. He casually takes a long drag of his cigarette and then flicks it into a guitar.
Unbelievable. Excuse me.
Hugo marches over to Ernest, and I turn my attention to Matt and Craig. Kids, right?
Man, I do not envy Hugo. The last barbecue we had, Ernest tried to shove a sparkler down Joseph's pants, nearly burned down half the yard. Sprout, what? What? And the barbecue we had before that, he actually burned down half the yard. And then it spread onto my lawn and burned down half my yard too.
Hugo walks back over to us, practically dragging Ernest behind him.
Hey everybody, sorry about that. Arson, this is my son Ernest.
Hello. Ernest looks away, sulking, his hands deep in his pocket. Hugo nudges him impatiently.
Hey.
Nice to meet you, Ernest. What grade are you in?
Does it matter? Ernest. Okay, I'm in 8th grade. God, are you happy now? I'm sure you were just dying to know.
Yeah. Good for you.
Sprout what? Sprout, what? Are you okay? Can I go now? I'm tired of talking to old dudes who blame my generation for the failing economy.
Ouch! Oh, I love that y'all were on the same page. That's awesome.
Ernest. Oh yeah, because I'm totally embarrassing you.
Ernest puts earbuds in and storms off to stand in the corner. Well, that was certainly something.
It might be karma, but are you okay, Sprout?
He seems nice. Hugo puts his head in his hands and sighs.
Oh.
Are they actually in your house, Sprout? I'm so sorry. He's having a really rough time. As much as I want to be the cool dad, I have to be the authoritarian dad, and he clearly resents me for it. I don't think it translates very well. I mean, I think as a dad and a teacher, that's about as authoritarian as you can get. Honestly, are any of us cool dads? Is it even possible to be a cool dad?
What? I'm as cool as a cucumber.
See, that right there. You can't say that. My kids think I'm cool. But for how long, Craig? How long do we get to be the cool dads? I don't know. I think we just have to accept the fact that as dads, we've become the machine we once raged against and accept our fate to unironically wear socks with sandals. Your kids may think you're cool now, but the moment they hit puberty, you're doomed.
Amanda's 18 and she still thinks I'm cool. I yell across the yard to my daughter. Amanda! I'm cool, right? Amanda just laughs. She keeps laughing.
That's crazy. That is crazy, Sprout. That's concerning.
I see your point.
I mean, as much as we all want it, I don't think it's important. It's as important. I mean, as much as we all want it, I don't think it's as important to be a cool dad as it is just to be a good dad. We can't all be best friends with our kids. It just doesn't work. I mean, look at me in earnest. Our job as parents is to make sure our kids turn out okay. Yeah, you're right. But I mean, it'd be nice to have it both ways.
Hearing these guys talk about this makes me think of my relationship with Amanda. We get along so well, but there might come a time when it won't be like that. Is college when that happens?
Hey.
No, Muffin, you can't say that. No.
Sprout, I'm very concerned about you. I hope they don't mean that. Don't let us eat up your time, Arson. Go meet some of the other people around the neighborhood. Joseph and Damien.
I spot Joseph chatting with a guy from Dead Goth and Beyond by the grill. I wonder what they're talking about. I walk over to them.
So I'm curious. Can you walk me through why you had your house painted black? Where do I even start? The house stays warmer in the winter. It provides an artistic contrast to the rest of the neighborhood. It complements the crimson interior perfectly. It's definitely an, interesting choice.
How delightful.
Thank you. I'm very proud of my abode. Arson, I was just having a conversation with Damien here about his, aesthetic design decisions.
Damien regards me up and down with a warm but critical eye.
How do you do? I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
I think I saw you in Dead Goth and Beyond the other day. Damien's face turns bright red.
I must apologize for my behavior on that day. You see, I take the goth lifestyle very seriously, and to be caught up in a ruse by such a corporation as Dead Goth and Beyond was profoundly frustrating indeed.
You're gonna make yourself some tea? Alright, have fun.
I hope that you know, while my anger may have been justified, it was no such way for a gentleman to act.
Muffin, you can't say that. Oh no, it's okay, ma'am.
Do tell me about yourself. Are you new to the area?
Yes, my daughter and I just moved in the other day. She was the one I took to Dead Goth and Beyond.
Very good taste on her part. Does she partake in the goth lifestyle?
I think for a second. I look over to Amanda, who's hanging out with some of the older kids in the neighborhood.
What?
Hey, Amanda! Would you consider yourself goth? Amanda yells back.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily try to fall under any one specific label, but I mean, I guess if I had to choose, I would describe myself more as twee hipster with a bit of, with like some normcore leanings. How's water going? Not very well. I'll go ahead and do 10. I think that should take me down to 20. Okay, there's 20, or 10. That's 10 waters knocked out. I mean, baths are cool, though. Oh, pity. Are you enjoying the party so far?
Oh, definitely. Thank you. Oh, definitely. Thanks. Thanks so much for putting this on. It's nice to be in a cul-de-sac where everyone is so friendly and welcoming.
Why? I don't even have them. Hold up. Hold up.
I have to be able to hear.
I don't really know how this is gonna work. No. They can't both be on. I'm sorry. Alright, alright. You ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. That's all. That's all. That's all. We can work on it. We can work on it. We'll work on things for that. I didn't really think anyone would hit it today, is a problem. I really thought nobody would have. I was thinking that everyone had been wasting their points, and apparently that was not the case. I didn't expect you to have enough points for that, not gonna lie. I wanted to put more thought into it, but you know, it's fine.
Perfection? I know I might make it so that, you know, they have to stay on or something until somebody earns enough to take it off. But I might have to get something cooler than cat ears for that. No, it was wonderful. It was wonderful. You're gonna lag, so it's it will be clipped. Okay.
Okay.
No, the pun was great. I love cat puns.
You throw cat puns at me.
Perfection. Oh, definitely. Thanks for putting thanks for putting this on. It's nice to be in a cul-de-sac where everyone is so friendly and welcoming. Amanda walks up to the conversation.
I also like The Lost Boys a lot. Really good movie. Does that count as goth?
Amanda, I love you. I love The Lost Boys.
Oh my god. Nobody understands. I love The Lost Boys. It was one of the only movies I had as a kid. It's not appropriate for kids. It was just one of the only ones I had. I didn't have TV or Netflix or anything, so I had like a couple DVDs, and by a couple I mean basically just that one. Oh, you missed it for making a pie? That's okay. Okay, we're gonna improve it a little bit. That it would be, my dear. I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Damien Bloodmarch, at your service.
Damien finishes his sentence with a flourish and a bow, producing a single rose and offering it to Amanda. Amanda blushes and returns the gesture with a curtsy.
My, do you know how to treat a lady?
Hello, Amanda. Seemingly out of nowhere, Joseph's twin kids appear. Are they speaking in unison?
Hey.
Won't you come and play with us? Come play with us. Forever.
Guys, enough of the creepy twin shtick. We've talked about this.
Christian and Celeste slowly back away.
Oh god, where is Mary? Where is Mary? Where do you think they got that from?
Mary pops into the conversation, wine in hand.
I don't know.
Mary takes a long sip of wine.
Mary looks like she belongs with Damien. Just saying. I think I might have taped over VeggieTales VHS with The Shining. Who knows?
She takes another sip of her wine.
So where's Krish? Wasn't he with you? You had him a moment ago. I don't know, he's probably stuffing dirt in his mouth. He'll be alright. Toddlers are pretty resistant.
Mary tips her glass to me.
Ain't my first time to the rodeo. It's my fourth. I have squeezed 4 little... Sweetheart, would you do me a favor and find Krish? That would be great. I'm sure he's fine. Mary. Okay, jeez.
Mary finishes her wine and wanders off.
Dad, can we go now?
Huh.
Ah, Lucian, have I introduced you to Arson yet?
Hey, it's that punk from Amanda's school. I remember you.
Whatever. That is no way for a young man to speak to his elders. Be polite.
Lucian bows.
Whatever, sir.
Lucian bows again.
Mr. Christensen, may I have a veggie burger, sir? Coming right up, bud. Are you a vegetarian? Yep. Make that 2 veggie burgers. Did you know that some people in the Victorian era were vegetarians? They described carnivorous type people as bloodlappers. Dad. That's really interesting, Damien.
Joseph turns to the grill. Just a hint of the tattoo peeks out from underneath his sleeve. I can't believe I didn't notice it before. It looks like the bottom of an anchor.
Whoa, is that a tattoo?
Yeah.
Yep. I wasn't always a youth pastor, you know. Oh, that's so cool. Wanna see mine? What?
Lucian pulls back some rubber bracelets, revealing a lopsided 666 in black ink.
You were gone for 2 weeks? And the fish lived? Oh my goodness, monsters. I'm glad it managed to stay alive, but geez. Yeah, my buddy gave me a pretty sick stick and poke tattoo last week. I think it's healing up pretty good. Lucian. We'll talk about this later. Yeah, man, that's pretty cool. What's the significance of the tattoo? I don't know. Just thought it looked sick. Well, in my opinion, the only reason you need to get a tattoo is because you want one. Careful though, that number carries weight.
Man, Joseph is a way cooler youth pastor than I thought. I just figured youth pastors popped out of the womb with a Bible. I wonder what he did before preaching. It's not his kid, unfortunately. Your fish was made out of real strong stuff. That would be neat, though. I mean, his kids are pretty crazy. They're kind of mental. But that's fine. We'll talk to Robert and Brian. I glance across the yard and notice Robert and Brian chatting over drinks. Man, I don't think I want to deal with being one-upped by Brian right now. But I guess I could live with learning more about Robert. Oh no, they caught me staring. Oh no, Brian's waving me over. Shoot. I flash a smile and walk over to them. Hey, guys.
It's crazy. Arson, how the heck are you? Settling into the neighborhood all right?
Oh, yeah, you betcha. Got the living room in order, at least.
Ah, that's great to hear. I've been doing some living room work as well. Finally got the 50 in there. The game looks great in high def.
Oh, boy.
Arson, have you met Robert yet? You just been, like, listening in? Yeah, no. Listening in is a good way to go.
It's nice. It's nice. Yeah, we've met.
You love it? I'm trying real hard here. Waiting for Sprout to yell at me for it being so gross, but that's okay.
Robert regards me over his whiskey.
Good seeing you again. We were just talking about my most recent camping trip. Spent a night out of the woods with Daisy and Maxwell. She's definitely an outdoorsy one. Even caught her first fish. It's good to see you taking your daughter out like that. I bet she loved it.
You're going to bed, Sprout? I'm glad you're going to bed. That's good. You need sleep. You need to sleep for more than 2 hours, but I think at this point it might be too late for that. Honestly, though, as soon as we're done with this, party, we're probably gonna stop the stream. It's been fun, but I don't think I have the energy to go through the entire game, not gonna lie. And it's great that she loves the outdoors. Mine loves being inside. Brian raises his eyebrows at me. Being inside, making art. She won a local competition for that art. Yep. Did I put it on too strongly? Robert stares at me blankly for a second.
Anyway, I haven't gone camping in years. Not since the last time.
Same here. Well, things can change once you have Wait. What happened last time? Robert takes a long sip of whiskey.
Well, old Johnny Boy and me went out in the backcountry. Johnny Boy's a strong kid. Met him in my army days. Comes from Kansas. They build him tougher out there. Anyway, things go south pretty quick. Johnny Boy breaks his ankle and the rope bridge snaps. You could see the bone popping out through the skin. Johnny Boy's screaming now, crying for his mama, losing blood. We're 2 days out from the next living soul, and here I am with my dear friend bleeding out in front of me. I'm able to dress the room, but now I got a fireman carry a 6-foot, 180-pound man over some of the toughest terrain I've ever been in. I won't lie to you, there were some moments during those 2 days when I thought about leaving old Johnny Boy. But you build a bond with your brothers in arms, and that bond never breaks. I got that boy back to civilization, but I lost some of me out there. I guess that's camping for you.
Brian and I stare in disbelief. Robert takes another long sip of whiskey.
I'm just kidding. My friend John and I went inner tubing down a river and he lost a flip-flop. Miss that kid.
Brian and I laugh nervously.
Or am I kidding?
Brian and I tense up again.
I'm kidding.
Phew. Amanda and Daisy barrel up to us, laughing. Daisy is holding a paper plate in front of her like a steering wheel. We gotta get off this haunted truck!
Colors? Oh no, the ghost locked the doors! Quick, hit the emergency escape button.
But trucks don't have emergency escape buttons!
Then hit the brake, I guess. And then we'll get out of the truck. The imaginary truck. Anyway, we're safe from the ghost, but how will we ever survive this Arctic tundra? Daisy, you might have to eat me. Are you prepared to do that?
I'm prepared to do anything to survive.
That's cold-blooded. I like that.
Although I'm not sure I have the materials needed to properly cook you.
You know, that reminds me of the last time I went skiing. Robert! Wait a second, are you guys playing Long Haul Ice Road Paranormal Ghost Truckers?
Yeah. Oh, Amanda and I love that show.
Oh, it's the best. Especially that episode where where Callum hides Flint's keys and...
Oh yeah, and then Flint retaliates by breaking an ancient cursed urn and sending the spirit after him. Yeah, it's such quality reality television.
I don't watch a whole lot of television, but I do enjoy that show. That and, war documentaries. Alright, Daisy. I found us a couple of bugs. They're gonna make a great meal. Lots of protein. Gonna keep us from starving out here in the harsh, icy wasteland. But there's a whole table of food right over Daisy. It's a game. We're playing pretend. It's what kids do. What? Yep. Live a little.
Amanda gives Daisy a handful of gummy worms from the snack table. They eat them with mock disgust. Oh, you fell and tripped with your hoodie? Oh. Let's go find kindling for a fire.
Okay. But not an actual fire.
Because we're playing pretend?
Now you're getting it.
Daisy and Amanda run off. What a cute couple of kids.
Man, I've never seen her get along with anyone so quickly.
I guess Amanda just sort of has a way with kids.
That's, kind of amazing. Daisy doesn't really get along with kids her age.
It's nice that he's not trying to one-up me this time. Maybe we can have a regular friendship after all. Really?
Oh, she just kind of keeps to herself. Her teacher says she spends every recess in the library. I think the other kids are intimidated by her intelligence.
There it is. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Amanda was shy at Daisy's age too. She used to have a habit of crawling under tables and crying every time we took her to a restaurant. She bit people too.
Oh, kids, right?
Gotta love them. You're required to, by law.
I hear that. Well, since they're getting along so well, maybe we should try to put together a little play date for him.
They do seem to get along really well. But the thought of continually hearing about all of Brian's accomplishments is rough.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time. Go meet some of the other fellas.
Oh.
And without further ado, let's work some magic.
Joseph closes his eyes, takes a deep breath, and gets to work. With the greatest of ease, he sets the patties on the grill, flourishing as he flips the spatula in the air. It's easily some of the best grill work I've ever seen.
You guys think this is my first time in front of a grill?
He's working faster now, effortlessly tossing cheese onto patties and perfectly grilling onions on the side. One after another, the dads take notice and crowd around Joseph to admire his masterful technique.
You know, you probably don't know this. You probably don't know this, Arson, but Joseph's known around here for his grillsmanship. He is unbelievable. I mean, I've tried to get on his level, but I just can't catch up. Let us keep studying. He has a rare quality about him. Mustard, we keep talking about this. Can't we just appreciate the artist? I mean, I've never seen him make a mistake. Okay, we need to stop. This is getting too cheesy. Please, stop.
All of the children of the party boo the glorious display of funds in unison.
Oh my god.
Y'all are so easily injured. Goodness gracious.
Alright guys, the food's ready. Please form an orderly barbecue.
Amanda groans. We all grab our food and head out, enjoying perfectly cooked cheeseburgers. Man, it's so wild how all of us dads live in the same cul-de-sac.
Kinda nice, isn't it? It feels like there's a real community here. Totally helps when you're just a single dad trying to raise a kid.
Get better at avoiding accidents as time goes on. That's good.
Yeah, we're happy to have you here, man. I mean, I think you're really gonna like this neighborhood a lot. Plus, Amanda seems to be getting along with all the kids. If she decides to get into the babysitting game, she'll really make a killing. Hey, why don't you add us all in Dad Book?
Dad book?
Yeah, it's a great social network for dads to keep in touch with each other. We're all on it, so if you ever need to reach out to anyone, that's the simplest way to do it.
Oh, sorry. I'm just an old-fashioned dad. Social media goes over my head sometimes.
You've never broken a bone in your life? Wow. That's impressive.
I broke all these bones.
That was a four-wheeler incident. Don't worry, Pops. I'll help you figure it out.
The rest of the barbecue goes smoothly. We all trade stories and drink beers as our kids play on the lawn. Amanda breaks up a fight between Carmencita and those weird twins. I think they wanted her soul. Amanda and I walk back to our place as the sun sets over the neighborhood.
Pretty fun party, don't you think? I mean, I got a burger in me.
Sweetie, if I can impart any sort of wisdom upon you right now, and not that this was a bad situation, but if you're ever in an uncomfortable situation, always look for the silver lining. The silver linings get you through to the other side. We ate rockin' burgers today, and it was good.
Wow.
You haven't been more injured? You guys are... Wait, so have any of you broken bones? Because I'm starting to get the feeling I'm the only one that has.
Hey, man. Well, hey, I mean, at least you had some other cool dads. You should try to hit him up on Dad Book.
Maybe I will. If I ever figure out how social media works.
I mean,
I have a good feeling about this place.
however, I am a figure skater and I haven't really ever gotten too seriously injured from that. So that's nice. Me too, Dad.
Me too. Amanda and I arrive home with the remnants of our veggie plate. Seems like nobody was really into the cauliflower. Any big plans for this evening?
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna go out with some friends.
Oh,
Is that okay?
of course. Just keep me posted. And be home before midnight.
You got it.
And be careful.
I will.
Make good choices.
Of course.
And call me if you need anything.
Dad, you're not gonna do the thing where you wait silently for me to come home in the living room with all the lights off, are you?
What? No, I've never done that, and I will never do that.
Okay. Do you have plans tonight?
My plans were kinda to eat ice cream and watch TV with Amanda, but I'll find something to do. I'm gonna throw a party. A real rager. All the other dads in the neighborhood are invited. I'll see if I can get you a spot in the list, but honestly, it's just looking tight, and you may just have to wait in line.
So none of y'all, oh my god, y'all are tough. Goodness gracious. When the roof of the playground, you went on the monkey bars backwards? Jeez. You've been hit by cars? What? What? Right, if you get hit too hard on the back, you stop breathing? That sounds terrifying. I mean, I know the guy at the door. I'll get in, no problem.
I'm just relaxing tonight. Have fun, okay?
Great. See you later.
I watched Amanda drive off into the night. I really do hope she has fun. I plopped down in front of the TV and turned on some Wine and Dine Mastermind with celebrity chef Gavin Chapman. It looks like Gavin's making a roasted rack of lamb with rosemary mashed potatoes. I'd love to be able to cook like that. Although I think if I was actually good at cooking, I'd use my powers for evil. Like just making baked Alaskas all day instead of any food or real nutritional substance. Oh, almost hit by cars. Almost hit by cars. Not, you haven't actually been hit by cars multiple times. Yep, I can read. Man, Gavin Chapman just caught that thing on fire, but he meant to do it. What a professional. I lose track of time as I blaze through several episodes of Wine and Dine Mastermind, and also one episode of some cooking show called Meat Hell. I'm not even sure what that one was about. It was just a lot of yelling. I glance at my watch. Man, it's almost midnight. I should check in with Amanda. I sent a text.
Almost been stabbed? Almost drowned?
Sea urchin? Hey, kiddo, you doing good? I wandered into the kitchen as I wait for a reply. Amanda's phone is almost always in her hand, so I'm sure she'll respond soon. Unless she's driving home now, in which case I hope she doesn't respond soon because I definitely taught her better than to text and drive.
I have also almost drowned before. But obviously you didn't. Nice.
I reach into the freezer and grab an ice cream sandwich. It's a little late for this, but I think I earned it after a long day of socializing. I check my watch again. And then my phone. Nothing yet. Okay, see, now I'm worried. Do I call her? Do I call the cops? No, it's too soon for that. I'll just send her a gentle reminder text. What's up? Half an hour passes. Now I'm really worried. The episodes of Gavin Chapman's Meat Hell are not only assuaging my anxiety, but possibly exacerbating it with all the yelling. So I keep pacing around the house, waiting for her to come back.
You don't like the beach anymore? Waves are rough, but used to. So Monsters doesn't like the beach. Ray likes the beach, but not waves.
Why didn't I find out where she was going? Who was she even with? Why don't I know any of her friends' phone numbers? Why don't I even know any of her friends' full names? Who is Emma P? I decide to send her another text. Amanda, please text me and let me know if you're okay. I can't help but think of all the awful things that could have happened to her. Oh, thank God, it's her. Amanda opens the door and shuffles in. Finally, she's back home. I'm glad she's okay.
What's up?
Sweetie, thank God you're safe.
Yeah.
But now that I know she's okay, I'm really mad. Why didn't you answer my texts? Amanda pulls her phone out of her pocket.
Oh, whoops. Guess I didn't see those.
She starts to walk to her room. Amanda Ann.
Whoa, we're pulling out the middle name now?
Amanda, you came home an hour and a half after your curfew and didn't respond to any of my texts. You really freaked me out. I was about to call the cops.
Dad, you're seriously overreacting. You're not gonna be like this whenever I go off to school, are you?
I have a right to be concerned. You're my only daughter.
Well, I can't give you a play-by-play of everything I do all the time. I'm 18. You shouldn't even be giving me a curfew in the first place.
I sit down on the couch and put my head in my hands. I feel very tired all of a sudden. You really scared me. Just please, don't do that again.
Alright, I'm gonna go to bed now.
Amanda closes the door to her room, and I head to mine. Jeez. As I'm falling asleep, one thing she said keeps echoing in my mind. You're not going to be like this whenever I go off to school, are you? Okay. We're going to save here. And stop. For now, because I said I'd play it through that much. Or through to that part, and we did, and here we are. Fun times, fun Valentine's Day, Chiaki birthday stream, even though we didn't do much in the way of Chiaki except for exist.
Monsters, you have another joke? Okay, let's hear your other joke.
Ray, I hope you can learn to swim. Swimming's really fun.
No, you're not gonna say it anymore?
You're not gonna say it anymore.
Okay. Yeah, Muffin got good parents. That's nice.
So, thank you everyone who dropped by for today. It was a lot of fun. Real nice.
I really appreciate it. We had a super awesome raid earlier today from Smozart, which is awesome. Love that. And we got a lot of progress in a dating sim that I said that I was never going to play, and here we are. Alright. So, and you have a great kid. That's so sweet. Aww. Okay, guys. Okay. Do y'all want to raid Dead by Daylight or Animal Crossing? Is that not the thing for it? Do I not know how to do this anymore? Wow. None of my things are working. Your Valentine's company... Your electric company sent you a Valentine's card? Don't overuse your electricity. I mean, I guess you'll just freeze to death. God. I can't type.
Ingrid, I love you too. Ingrid. I hope you have a great night. There's a poll. React to the poll. Please?
Stop.
Please?
And if you aren't a normal person who drops by, just know that tomorrow I'm going to be streaming Minecraft. Every Monday is Minecraft Monday. Wednesday is supposed to be Homestuck, but things change and people get busy. So right now, it's either Minecraft or Stardew Valley, but this Wednesday, we're going to have a maid stream, and I'm still not really sure what I'm going to be playing, but I have a really cute maid outfit. And if you want to know more about it, you can go check out my Insta. That's neat. I posted about it today for Valentine's Day because she's cute. She's kind of cute, not gonna lie. And yes, and the Discord. That was the next thing I was gonna pull up. Thank you, Muffin. If you want to be part of the community, you can join our Discord. It's fun. We have pigs. We battle our pigs. Animal Crossing won with only one vote. Guys, only one of you voted. Muffin was the only one to vote. You guys make me so sad. You make me so sad. When will Doggo arrive? Well, ideally, if everything goes okay, tomorrow, but it's not my dog. It's not my dog, guys. Just saying. You didn't see a poll? Okay, we'll do it again.
Oh no, I can't type. Oh no! It's fine, guys.
Normally, though, as you can see, I am back on what I was trying to talk about a while ago. I would stream. Is that how that's spelled? I think I spelled that right. Words? Words are hard. Normally, on Friday and Saturday, I'm streaming Danganronpa. Oh shoot, yeah, I owe you, like, here, I'll finish this water for the rest of your waters. For the rest of the waters. There you go. I don't have any more water. I'm very sorry. That's all my water. It was much less than I thought it was. Water check? Wait, the poll is going, guys. The poll is going. There is a poll. There is a poll, guys. Participate in the poll. Come on. BRB, the poll is ending. What do you mean? What do you mean? Ah, goodness gracious. It's still only Muppet. Okay, guys. Okay, look. We're gonna assume that the poll just isn't popping up for you. Oh, God. You want to do... What do you mean water check? You redeemed a water! Ray, you got a water. Ray, stop! I don't have any more water! Ray, I don't have any water! I have 2 new waters and no water! Test failed! It's working! Ray! Ray! Well, I'm going to get those, I'm going to refund some waters, just so you know. I will be refunding waters. Because there's too many. There's too many. Alright. Is she play? It doesn't look like she's playing is the thing. It doesn't look like she's doing anything. This is very hard. Ray. Ray. What? I don't have any... Ray, all of those are gonna get refunded to you. I don't have water. You're making me so sad. You're making me so sad. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. Guys. Guys, this is a pain. Guys, I don't have any... I don't have any water! I just finished my water! And now they keep redeeming waters! I don't have any! Val, we owe, we'll Ray 4 waters and Muffin 1. We can refund them, that's fine. I don't have any water, Ray! 4 for Ray, 1 for Muffin. I don't have any. Guys. Is she playing this game or not? Okay, look. Ray. I don't think she's actually playing Animal Crossing. She's just sitting here. as far as I can tell. So I guess I change of plans. We're gonna do a slight change of plans. We're gonna do another poll. Guys, I'm about to submit a poll. Animal Crossing's not gonna be on here because it doesn't. I feel lied to. He's playing. Playing now. Okay, alright. Fine. We're rating Animal Crossing. Here we go. No, I already have someone. I already have someone. I already had to pick it. Shoot. Muffin, I've already... whenever I put up who to rate, I had already had people picked out. There's already people that we decided on. Oh no. I'm sorry, Muffin. I'm sorry. But, guys, I love you so much. Thank you for dropping by. Come back on Wednesday. Come back tomorrow. Oh my god, it's only Sunday. Back tomorrow for Minecraft, and especially come by on Wednesday, because on Wednesday we're going to be playing I don't know, but I'm gonna be a maid, I guess. Really cute. And if you're not part of the Discord already, come join our Discord. It's hype, I suppose. Again, we battle pigs. I'll see, Muffin. We'll see. And thank you, Val. Thank you. I think that was what I was procrastinating for. Waiting for a Discord link. And the Instagram. Nice. I cannot think. I'm having so much trouble thinking right now. We had a lot of fun. Right, guys? We had a lot of fun playing Dream Daddy. I guess we're gonna have to play more of it at some point. I don't really know when we're gonna do that. A maid space emote? I mean, we'll see about it. We'll see. I will consider it. Oh, and the TikTok. I did just post on TikTok. I assume you know that? I don't know, but this is my TikTok. If you're interested. Anyways, we have a thing to do. We have a thing. Streamlabs is super behind. It's super laggy right now. It looks like a lot of people are really enjoying their Valentine's Day. I hope y'all have a wonderful Valentine's Day, assuming there is still time left in your day. And I appreciate you all very much for dropping by, and I really don't want to say bye to you because I love you all so much. But I will see you around. Bye. Except not really bye, because you all have to agree to go. You have to agree to be on your merry way to watching this wonderful game. I appreciate you all. I love you. Mwah. Mwah. Rawr.